Good evening and welcome to another afternoon of football, another big day of football. We've got 4 live games today on Premier League Dad. We're going to start with Coventry City against Middlesbrough in the Championship. What a huge game this one is for both teams. The lineups are just coming out. We are little under an hour away from kick-off in this one. And then after this, we're going to follow up with Everton against Ipswich in the Premier League. We're going to be doing a live watch-along of that one as well. 5:30, we're going to be switching over to Arsenal against Bournemouth. Again, will we see Bournemouth maybe nick a European spot? They're still very much in the race, aren't they? Arsenal, they need to get some sort of a form. Maybe will they rotate heavily? Will they change some things around ahead of that second leg against PSG next week? Lots to still be decided with those. And then obviously at 7:45, we're going to switch over to Serie A. We're going to watch Inter Milan against Hellas Verona, a game which at the top of Serie A, really, they're going to have to do something. Inter Milan. Napoli are storming ahead in the race for the Scudetto title, and it's looking like Inter Milan are going to have to get the win tonight and hope that maybe Napoli drop points. But we're going to be seeing all of those games today. Another 4 tomorrow as well, by the way. Just a reminder, if you're new to Premier League Dad, we watch football every single day on this channel. We do live watch-alongs every single day of the Championship, the Premier League, the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League, Serie A, La Liga, anything. We watch anything and everything. So if you love football, whether you support whoever you support, doesn't matter. If you love football, this is the channel for you. We just adore football on this channel. We've got a community of thousands of people who absolutely they're just mad football fans who will watch anyone who's on the telly. That sort of a football fan. Knowledgeable football fans who can have a good conversation about anyone. Doesn't really matter who it is. Even if you're a Liverpool fan like me, you can watch Norwich against Swansea. It doesn't matter. My wife goes mad when she sees that. Why are you watching Norwich against Swansea? What are you doing? You're not even your team. The footy's on. The footy's on. We love the footy on this channel. So, yes. This live as well is brought to you by, I should say, our sponsors for the 24-25 season, Match Bingo. Now, Match Bingo, if you've never heard of them before, over the next 12 months, I am absolutely certain you will. They are an absolute genius app created. It's basically all of the excitement that you normally get with traditional football betting, which I'm sure we've all done. Traditional football betting combined with the excitement, the fun of bingo, right? So basically how it works is you get a random card, a match card, a bingo card with 15 random events on it that could take place in the match that you're watching. It could be things like, for example, in this game, Coventry City corner, Middlesbrough free kick. And as the game goes along, it will tick off those events on your card. And if you get a line, if you get a full house, you get paid out. And it's £200,000, over £200,000 in prize money has been paid out. There are over 10,000 active UK players now as well. And it's a really growing app. It's a fantastic app. Go and check it out. If you deposit £5, you get £10 free with my link as well. So if you go and click on the link in my description, or if you scan the QR code that's on screen now, you can download the Match Bingo app via Premier League Dad's link, and you'll get, as I say, those that £10 free to try out on a bingo card. And let me know as well, as the game is going on today, how are you getting on? Are you close to getting a line? Are you close to getting a full house? I'm really excited to see. I've got mine ready to go. So, yeah, hopefully we've got some winners today. And if you do get a win, remember, mine's a whiskey. So, thank you very much for that, Match Bingo, our sponsors for the 24-25 season for our live streams. And yes, let's get ready. Let's get stuck into this one. Coventry City, Middlesbrough. Both teams go into the final day of the Championship here, potentially on course for a playoff place. And will they get it? Will they get it? Let's see. Let me just get this live 1 second. I'm just trying to get everything else set up here. So, the current lineups, let's see. I am very much excited to see how Middlesbrough and Coventry approach this one. To be honest, we'll be keeping updated on all Premier League... Premier League. We'll keep up to date on the Premier League game as well. There is an Aston Villa-Fulham game kicking off as well shortly. But we're not going to watch that. We're not going to watch that because the Championship final day is the priority. Of course it is. It's the final day in the Championship. Feels like there's everything still to be decided at top, at the bottom. There's loads riding on the Championship today. It's mega. It's absolutely mega. You know, who's going to win the title? By 3 o'clock, we will know whether it's Leeds or is it Burnley. We will know whether maybe Millwall or Blackburn have snuck into the playoffs. Maybe Borough will. Maybe Borough have beat Coventry. Who's gone down? You know, we know Plymouth are down. We know Cardiff are down. But have Hull managed to stay up? Have they got the win away at Portsmouth? Have Preston managed to get a win at Bristol City at Ashton Gate? Could Bristol City fall out of those playoff places? It's all still possible. You know, even Stoke and Derby playing each other on the last day. That's going to be massive as well. It just feels like there's loads and loads and loads going on today in the Championship. And when I looked at it, I spoke to you guys as well. You know this. I spoke to you, and I just wasn't sure what to do. Do we stick with the Championship? Do we stick with the Premier League? What do we do? And the resounding answer was we want to watch a watch-along of the Championship. We want Coventry against Middlesbrough. We can keep our eyes and ears open for Aston Villa and Fulham, can't we? We can keep an eye out for that and we can see what's going on there. But this is going to be a really, really big one. A really, really big one. Here we go. Relegation run-in. Stoke relegated if they lose. Preston avoid defeat. And Luton and Hull win. So it looks like Stoke are all right. Derby relegated if they lose. Preston and Luton avoid defeat and Hull win. Basically, Preston and Luton are the two most in danger. But they need Hull. They need Hull to drop points away to Portsmouth. And the way that Portsmouth have been playing recently, you know, Bishop up front seems to be on fire recently for them. I just can't see it. I don't know. I can't see it. It's going to be a really good game anyway. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Reece, Luton are getting promoted today. Luton are flying. Luton are flying. Brett Grant, play up Sky Blues. Been looking forward to this live today. Cheers, Brett. Good to have you on the live, mate. Really good to have you on the live. Again, let me know what we're thinking. We are still 45 minutes or so away from kickoff. Yes, Bristol City's manager and the Preston manager as well, just giving their pre-match interviews. Valerian Ismail. Oh no, it's Blackburn. So basically, we need for Blackburn. Right, the only way that Borough can get into the top six, the only way that Borough can get in the playoffs is to beat Coventry here, right? The only way. Blackburn also would need to win at Bramall Lane. And Millwall, they don't need to win at Burnley. They do need to win at Burnley. Because they are on 46 and 46. Their goal difference is terrible. So Millwall need to win. So yeah, there you go. So it's very simple actually. It's really, really simple. Millwall need to win at Turf Moor. Blackburn need to win at Bramall Lane. Middlesbrough need to win here at Coventry. And if any of those three things don't happen, then Borough and then City and Coventry are going up. Or at least they're going into the playoffs, sorry. They're going into the playoffs. Let me rephrase that. They're going into the playoffs. Christ. I'm having an absolute nightmare here. Yeah, and Leeds are pretty much got the title, assuming they win, or at least if they match Burnley's result. If Leeds match Burnley's result, they're at home to Burnley at home to Millwall. Leeds are away to Plymouth. Plymouth are already down. There's nothing Plymouth can do. Plymouth are down. I really hoped that Plymouth would maybe make it to the final day and would have a real chance of staying up. You know, I thought that the way they played against Coventry and the way they played against Preston as well, I thought they were fantastic, Plymouth. So I was really hoping that they would make it to the final day. Sadly, it's not going to be the case. Brett, Cov in the playoffs, barbecue later, and no work until Tuesday. I'm blessed. Nice. Callum, what game are you watching? I am watching Coventry against Middlesbrough. We're not doing the Aston Villa and Fulham game. We're not doing the Villa-Fulham game. Again, I know the channel's called Premier League Dad. I know some people will give us some stick, but I feel like the bigger excitement, the bigger anticipation is all on this one. Coventry against Borough. There was a lot of games we could have watched in the Championship today. There was an awful lot of games we could have watched. Bristol against Preston is another one I would have quite liked to watch. Both of those have got potential playoffs or going down riding on it. Burnley as well. Burnley-Millwall. Burnley will be trying to get the win against Millwall and hoping that Leeds maybe drop points at home park against Plymouth. Entirely possible. Meanwhile, Millwall at Turf Moor. Millwall, you would think they can go to Turf Moor and spoil that promotion party. Burnley are already up. They're already automatically in the Premier League. No playoffs for them. So they're just fighting for the title, which, yes, is a big thing. Of course it's a big thing. But if you're a Millwall fan, opportunity to maybe get in the playoffs, you've got to look at it and think, you can go to Turf Moor and get something there. Apparently the percentage chance of Millwall getting into the playoffs is 11.8%, 12.6% for Blackburn, 19.5% for Borough, who are 9th. But overwhelmingly, Bristol City 89.8%, Coventry 66.4%. So obviously, look, if we end up today with anything other than Bristol City or Coventry in the playoffs, then it's been a mad day. It's been an absolutely mad day. If the day finishes with anything other than Bristol 5th, Coventry 6th, something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. And I do think there's a real possibility of that happening. There is a real possibility of that happening. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? It really is exciting. Brett Grant, just know that Cov are worth watching. Well, Coventry, look, we've seen different sides to Coventry recently, haven't we? We watched them against West Brom. Fantastic. Watched them against Plymouth. Dreadful. So, we don't know what Coventry's going to turn up today. The same could be said of Borough. Borough, lots of good performances this season, and then they go to places like, they beat Plymouth they needed a last-minute penalty. Tommy Conway, last-minute penalty against Plymouth at the Riverside. And then they get beat away at Hillsborough by Sheffield Wednesday. So anything could happen with Borough. Anything could happen. Alfie Ward, Coventry versus Borough prediction. I think high-scoring draw. Yeah. High-scoring draw. I think it's going to be 2-2. Desmond. Coventry 2, Borough 2. That's my prediction. Borough, a little bit slack at the back. They're not quite there, but they've got players like, Finn Azaz, Tommy Conway. They've got players up the top who can make a difference in attack, but defensively they're a little bit, yeah. And the same probably could be said of Coventry. Haji Wright, Ellis Sims. They've got players up there who can hurt Borough, but then maybe the opposite end just not all that tidy at times. Alex, do you still not rate Bruno Fernandes? I think Bruno Fernandes has improved. He's improved, but I wouldn't say he's... When you say rate, what are we talking about? Are we saying world class? Is that what you're trying to argue? Are we saying that he's better than Odegaard, right? He's one of the better number 10, but he doesn't get in. He doesn't get in Liverpool's starting 11. I don't think he gets in Arsenal's starting. Well, he does actually because of Odegaard. I don't think he gets in many. Put it that way. I don't think he gets in... Like, if you offered me now Kevin De Bruyne at 33 years old or Bruno Fernandes, however old Bruno is, 29, 30, whatever he is, I'd be taking De Bruyne. I would be taking De Bruyne. I think Bruno Fernandes right now is a very, very good player for United, but he's also a bit of a liability, and he's a whinger as well. But we're not bothered. We're not even talking about Bruno Fernandes. Playoffs, mate. Coventry, Borough. That's what it's about today. Wrestling news videos. How can Preston get relegated? Do both Hull and Luton need to win, or just one. So we'll go through the permutations at different points in the day, but basically Preston would need to lose at Ashton Gate. That goes without saying. Luton would need to get the win because Luton's goal difference is worse than Preston's. So Luton would have to, Luton would have to win at West Brom for that to happen. Oh no, they wouldn't. They just have to draw. Sorry, I tell a lie. If Luton draw and Hull minus 10, Preston minus 11. Yeah, so Hull draw. If Hull draw and Luton draw, Preston go down if they get beat. There you go. That's it. That is potentially it, yeah. If Bristol City beat Preston at Ashton Gate, Luton get a point at the Hawthorns against West Brom, and Hull get a point at Fratton Park against Portsmouth, then yeah, Preston are down. Preston are down. They're on minus 11 goal difference. Derby minus 8. So unless Stoke absolutely batter Derby, and that's at Pride Park, isn't it, as well? Yeah, so I can't see... Preston have got a really, really tough fixture there at Ashton Gate, especially given that Bristol City have to win. Bristol City have to go there and beat them, especially after the performance at Leeds at Ellen Road. Brett Grant, 2-1 City, you think? Okay. Well, let's see. Ed Rosenthal, Plymouth Argyle wins today. What do you think about this game? Plymouth Argyle won't beat Leeds, no. Plymouth are already down, Ed. It's sad to say because I quite liked that, when Plymouth beat Coventry, and I think this season they've had different moments. They beat Sheffield United at home park. At home, they've actually been very, very good. So it'd be quite sad to see Plymouth go down into League One. I mean, look, you'll get the Cornish derby back, Plymouth against Exeter. That'll be back next season if Plymouth do go down, which they are. Even if Plymouth win today against Leeds, I think they're on minus 30-something goal difference. So the goal difference swing has to be massive. It has to be absolutely massive for Plymouth to have any chance of staying up. And it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They need to win 10-0 and hope that various other teams lose 10-20-0. It's just not going to happen. So Plymouth are down. Even if they beat Leeds, they're down. So the whole story at home park today for Plymouth and Leeds is entirely about, can Leeds match Burnley's result at home at Turf Moor against Millwall? If Leeds can get a draw and Burnley draw against Millwall, then Leeds are champions. Leeds will lift the championship title at home park today. But if Plymouth can do something, if Plymouth can go down with a scrap, can go down with a fight, I mean, their fans are going to home park today knowing they're already down, but they'll still want to go there and they'll want to give something back to Leeds. They'll want to tell them, no, absolutely not. We're going down with a fight, and we're going to spoil your promotion party. And if they do that, then yeah, Burnley could nick it and lift the title up at Turf Moor. So they'll have to have a replica title, won't they? They'll have to have 2 league trophies. One at Turf Moor, one at home park. Hundreds of miles north. So there you go. It's going to be a big day. Really big day for both of them. Noah Thompson just had a nervous poo. Who do you support, Noah? I can't see by your profile picture. I would assume Coventry. Brett Grant, Noah Thompson, you know the one. Hi, do you think Luton stay up? Yes, I do. I think Hull go down today. I think Hull are going down. Hull are... They've just left it a bit too late. I mean, they're going to Portsmouth. Fratton Park's a tough place to go at the best of times. And, Bishop's banging form there. He's had a hat-trick against Norwich at Carrow Road not that long ago. I can't see Portsmouth not scoring, and Hull have just gone all off the rails since they sacked Liam Rosenior. Liam Rosenior's gone to Strasbourg. He might be in the Champions League with Strasbourg next season in Ligue 1. He might literally be in the Champions League. You never know what's going to happen in Ligue 1. That's the big final day coming up there, I'm sure. They've got PSG. Is it tonight or tomorrow? Can't remember. They've got PSG this weekend, though. And, yeah, I just think with Hull, they're almost certain to go down. Almost certain. I can't see him getting a win at Fratton Park. They could get a point. They could maybe make it stubborn and stifle them and get a point. And then if they get a point and Preston get beat at Ashton Gate, then maybe Preston go down. And that'd be quite sad as well. Because, I always considered Preston North End to be... They're a championship team, and they've had a few moments over the years, Preston, haven't they, where they've just been on the edge of the playoffs and could have been a Premier League side quite a few times. I would have liked Preston to come up. Would have liked to have Premier League games at Deepdale. But sadly, it looks like they're on the cusp of going down now. But we'll see. Again, all still to be decided. There's 3 or 4 teams that can go down. There's 3 or 4 teams that can make it into the playoffs. And we don't know who the champion's going to be. Is it Leeds? Is it Burnley? All of that will be decided in the next couple of hours. And we're going to find out here, live on this channel. Abs, Bruno Fernandes' numbers for an attacking midfielder, considering the United side he plays for, are insane. But look who he's scoring against. He scores and he assists against mostly rubbish. That's the problem with Bruno Fernandes. I don't feel like he turns up in the big moments. That's my issue with Bruno Fernandes. I don't think he turns up in the big moments. And when the chips are down, I don't think he's a captain that you want. That's my issue with him. I would not want a Bruno Fernandes in my dressing room as a player. I think the way that Manchester United have gone over the years, the fact that every player leaves Manchester United and talks about how toxic the dressing room is, Bruno Fernandes has been the captain there for the last 5-6 years, or however long it's been. Who's responsible for the toxic atmosphere in and around that club and that dressing room? I'm not saying it's Bruno Fernandes entirely, but he's the captain. He's the captain. If the dressing room's toxic, then... your captain's probably one of the biggest voices in there. Hi, Hull win, Derby and Luton draw. FM no casuals, Preston lose, Hull draw, they're down. Career mode HQ, how did Luton fall off so bad? Yeah, it's been a bad season for Luton, hasn't it? Jake Curtin, Bruno Fernandes is slightly above average Premier League player. Okay. I wouldn't say slightly. I do think he's a good player. No, don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player. And he's in a good moment for United right now. It feels like I guess he's standing out, isn't he, as well? Because United are such a poor side. And United fans don't dispute that, do they? They are such a poor side that whenever there is a big moment, it's invariably Bruno Fernandes who scores it or assists it. So it looks like he's doing everything. They're awful. They're awful. Reese, what is important about this Cov game? If they don't win, they don't get the playoffs. They can draw and still get the playoffs. But if they draw with Borough here, they leave the door open for Blackburn or Millwall. So a draw for Coventry is fine as long as Millwall don't win at Turf Moor or Blackburn don't win at Bramhall Lane. And you would expect, wouldn't you? Based on the league and everything, you would expect Sheffield United would get a result against Blackburn. You would expect Burnley needing to win to get the title. You would expect Burnley to get a result against Millwall. Certainly wouldn't expect those two to lose. But if they do lose, and this one ends up in a draw, then there's a real nervy moment for Coventry fans because. And that's it. That's what we're watching for. We're watching to see what happens in all them 3 games. It feels like there's permutations that affect everything throughout the league today. And that's why, again, for the angry Villa fans, the angry Fulham fans who watch us regularly, we have got quite a few who do pop in. Javier, for example, if that happens and we've missed a great game with Villa and Fulham, then I apologise. I know it's Premier League, Dad. I know we do prioritise Premier League games. However, I just felt that all the action, all the excitement was on the Championship today. So that's what we're going to watch. That's what we're going to look at. Callum, prediction. I'm going to stick with what I said earlier. 2-2. High-scoring draw for this one. Coventry 2, Borough 2. Both teams will have to go for it. Certainly Borough have to go for it. Borough have to win if they've got any chance. Borough can leave everything on the pitch today. If you're a Borough fan, you want Borough throwing absolutely everything at it to try and get the win. Because if they get the win, they might just sneak in. They might just sneak in. It might mean results elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. But if they get the win, they might have the playoffs. So they have to throw everything at Coventry. So, yeah, I am fully expecting a really, really intense game. Maybe lots of chances, lots of goals. I'm hoping that anyway. I'm hoping that they don't just kind of play it casual or play it cagey and try and nick a 1-0 either way. And some managers wouldn't they? Some managers would think, God, we can't afford to lose. So Frank Lampard might think, do you know what? Maybe we just take an extra step back. Maybe we just close the gaps between the lines. Close those passing lanes off, and sit back and maybe allow Middlesbrough to touch more of the ball and say to Hadji Wright and get forward, try and hit him on the counter. That could happen. Matteo, who do you think will win the Europa League? Spurs. Spurs are going to win the Europa League. It's on. It's happening. Archie CCG, how you doing? Good to see you. Ed Rosenthal, Brentford can win Manchester United. Yeah, Brentford. We're not going to do Brentford tomorrow. We're not doing Brentford against Manchester United tomorrow. We're going to do Brighton and Hove Albion against Newcastle. That's going to be the 2 o'clock that we're doing live tomorrow on the watch along. So Brentford, I think they can beat United. Of course they can. Brentford have got a lot to play for too. They could potentially get Europe themselves. So, yeah, I expect Man United don't win, put it that way. I think it might be a Brentford home win or maybe a draw. Millwall, Burnley won't be winning the league. Come on, the Lions. Come on, you Lions. Millwall in the Premier League. Millwall in the Premier League. Jesus Lord. Can you imagine? Jake, Bruno tries too hard, doing the wrong things. It's really bad, leaves gaps all over. Off the ball, he is horrendous. Okay. Massimo, Inter Barcelona, your opinion? It was a great game. Inter were very unfortunate, weren't they? Very, very unfortunate. I think, if Mkhitaryan's goal, just that much offside, Mkhitaryan very nearly makes it 4-3, and obviously the Rafinha's goal from distance bounces in off Jan Sommer's back. So Barca were a touch lucky. I thought Lamine Yamal was fantastic. I'm really looking forward to the second leg on Tuesday. We're live for that as well. So again, if you've not subscribed, if you've not followed, make sure you click up here. Make sure you follow Premier League Dad. Make sure you go and find us on the other platforms, Insta, FB, YT, all the other ones. Go and find us. Search Premier League Dad. Give us a follow. Give us a like. If you want the full watch-along experience, by the way, people on TikTok, if you want the full watch-along experience with the scoreboard and all that sort of thing, you have to go over to YT. That's where it looks slightly better over there. I've got a bit of a professional camera, mic set up and everything. Looks a bit better over there. So if you want to go and do that, by all means do so. Flashy, come on Lampard. Flashy, who are your Prem top 5? My Prem top 5 are, I think City and Newcastle have got it in the bag, and it's any one from 3 now, with Forest, Chelsea and Villa. It'll be very much dependent on this lunchtime kickoff between Villa and Fulham. If Villa and Fulham is a draw, then maybe Villa are out of it. Yeah, Villa are done. Villa have to just win everything now. They have to win out to the end of the season. Something tells me it's going to come down to that last day. Chelsea against Forest at the City ground on the final day of the season. That might well be a playoff. Given that Forest got beat against Brentford in midweek, that was a tough defeat for them. Chelsea, yeah, my money's on Chelsea. I think Chelsea probably get 5th, sadly. I hope they don't. I would much rather see Villa or even Forest in there. But Chelsea, I think, probably do just make it, sadly, in the end. Stephen, I think Bruno's been brilliant for us, even though we're very poor at the minute. That's fair. Scrims, what do you think of what Robbo's come out and said? Love him. Love Andy Robertson. He's one of my favourite players of all time at Liverpool, and he almost certainly stays, and I would like to think we sign a new contract with him. Give him another 3 years. I think he's very much capable of being at the club for another 2 or 3 years, even as a backup. I think next season he's still our number 1, by the way. Even if we bring in Milos Kerkez, I fully expect Andy Robertson to be Liverpool's number 1 left back. He's unbelievable. He really is. He's still a top left back, and I will argue with anyone till I'm blue in the face that he's still the best left back in the Premier League. He has had maybe a slight dip this season, but I still would argue he's one of the best, if not the best, in the Premier League right now. And even though we're bringing in maybe Milos Kerkez, that seems to be the rumours, I still would say that, yeah, Milos Kerkez comes in and we'll have to fight very, very hard with Andy Robertson for that left-back slot. It might be Milos Kerkez's next, the season after next, but not right away. Jaden, 11 days in a row. Good lad, Jaden. Jaden's one of our biggest fans here at Premier League Dad. He watches us every single day. Good lad, Jaden. Dan, Borough fan or a Cov fan? Neither, Dan. Neither. I'm a Liverpool fan. On this channel, we watch everyone. Again, this channel is comprised of thousands of football fans who just love football. We absolutely adore football. Doesn't matter who you support. There's all sorts of fans in the chat. We all have a bit of a banter back and forth. I created this channel in January. My name's Kieran, by the way. Most people call me Key. I created this channel in January because I felt like most fan channels are a little bit... It's like an echo chamber, isn't it? Like a Liverpool fan channel, for me, it's just all Liverpool fans in there. And you get the occasional troll coming in. And I wanted a good mixed bag of everyone. So that was why I created the channel. And that's why. Yeah, so Borough, we watch everyone. We watch the Championship. We watch Serie A. We're watching Serie A tonight at 7:45. We're watching the Premier League at 3 o'clock. Everton and Ipswich. 5:30. Arsenal and Bournemouth. Tomorrow, we're doing the Old Firm. Celtic and Rangers at 12 o'clock. Then we're doing Brighton Newcastle. Then we're doing Chelsea Liverpool. And then we're doing Bologna Juventus tomorrow night as well. And then back to the Premier League on Monday with Palace and Forest. So, last month we watched nearly 60 Premier League games, 60 watch-alongs. If you just love football, this is the channel for you. Make sure you go and follow. Make sure you subscribe. Liverpool for life, new camera angle. It's not really a new camera angle, mate. It's only a new camera angle on TikTok. The same old experience that you had before is still on the other channels. You just have to go to YT. You have to go to YT and get the, the nice one with the scoreboard and everything in the clock. For the proper watch-along experience, you have to go to the other place. We can't do it on TikTok anymore. But well spotted. Well spotted. Let me just catch up here with everyone. Lucas Lambert, opinions on Lamine Yamal. Oh, he's great, isn't he? He's fantastic. I have never seen a teenager absolutely just embarrass full, adult, grown, professional footballers, defenders of the highest level. Bastoni and DeMarco were terrified of him all game. He was brilliant. I really, really like him. Hugo Bailey. Hi, how you doing, Hugo? Good to see you. Jake, away the lads. Engin Sir, is Aston Villa going to win? Well, we're not watching Aston Villa here, mate. We're not watching Aston Villa. We're going to do Coventry against Borough. But do I think Aston Villa are going to win? Yes, I do. I think they are. Fulham are a very, very good side, especially away from home. I think they could get a point. But I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go for a Villa win. DJ, why are you not on like the other camera angle, like the streaming bit? I can't do that on TikTok anymore, mate, because we are now sponsored. We have a sponsor. The channel is sponsored for the remainder of this season, and that sponsor cannot be on TikTok. So that sponsor is on the other platform, I'm not going to say, but the other platform that we all watch on. You can go to YT and watch me on there to get the full old experience, the original experience. Jonathan XL Robertson lost his pace. I'm not sure he's lost his pace. He's still only 30, isn't he? He's not ancient. He's just... I don't think he's lost a yard of pace. I think, if anything, you could argue that he's maybe lost a little bit of his stamina. Because he was like an Energizer bunny up and down, back and forth all game. And he just can't do that anymore. He can't do that anymore. He's getting on a bit. So we do need someone to come in and maybe just take the pressure off him. It's Umar88. The best left back is Ait Nouri. I like Ait Nouri, but I think there's a reason why. He's 23 years old. He's not old. And I don't think a top club hasn't taken a gamble on him. I think the problem with Ait Nouri is defensively he's just a little bit Going forward, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant going forward. Defensively, maybe not all that sound. And positionally, he's let Wolves down a few times. But a very, very solid player going forward. Could do well at a maybe a Spurs or one of those teams kind of just in and around the top six. But I don't think he's sort of Liverpool, Arsenal, City level. He's probably just below that. But he's a very good player. DJ Lewis Hall, the best this season. Lewis Hall's been great, yeah. Lewis Hall's been great. Unlucky to get injured. Anthony Robinson's been good as well. Jonathan XL, he doesn't overlap like in the past. Well, I think a big part of that is that Robertson he's told not to overlap. Because if you look the way Arne Slot plays now, it's not like how Klopp used to. We've almost gone like that a little bit. We've gone on a slight angle in terms of how the team is off the ball. So when Trent plays, Trent sort of tucks in a bit more and he's a little bit more inverted, and as a consequence that means that Robertson's slightly deeper. So yeah, I think Robertson doesn't get forward as much anymore, and that's very much by design. That's not necessarily anything to do with Robertson as a player. Hi mate, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Yeah, Liverpool fan. Watched Liverpool for 30, 35 years, home and away, all over Europe, been to, big Champions League games, and now I've got a little girl, I've got a family. There's no way I can afford to justify going all the matches and then on all that anymore, so I don't go to the game anymore. Instead, I watch it here with you guys. We watch the footy here, and that's the whole reason we created the channel Premier League Dad. Scrims, Robbo made way too many mistakes, red cards, multiple pens. Yeah, again, I'm not denying he's not been at his absolute best this season, but I still think it's mad, isn't it, that people say he's been crap, therefore that's his level now. Some players do just have dips. They have dips and then they recover. We've seen it with a number of players over the years. I remember Mo Salah going through it as well. Mo Salah finished the season on like a low 20s, didn't he? Low 20s. Didn't really do all that much. It was still an okay season, but everyone was saying, yeah, he was world class, he was elite, he's up here. Now he's just all right, he's a good winger. Look at where he is now. It just happens sometimes. One second, let me catch up. Joshua, howdy mate, can we watch Leeds together? We can't watch Leeds together, no. We're going to stick with Coventry and Borough. Coventry and Borough, I think, is where it's at, mate. We will obviously keep an eye out for Leeds. We will watch Leeds. We'll watch out for Leeds. We'll listen. We'll see whether or not there's a goal in the Leeds game. I will update you. It'll be like Soccer Saturday, this. If there's a goal, as soon as a goal goes in, I'll let you know. The chat will tell you. It'll be going off. There'll be alarms everywhere. As soon as there's a goal, we'll let you know. And we'll discuss all the permutations as the games are all going on. It's going to be a mental couple of hours. 12:30, all the games kick off. We're 14 minutes away from kick-off. And it's going to be bedlam. It's going to be bedlam for an hour and a half. Goncalo Ramos Lagote, PSG. Oh, I hope so. Come on, PSG. PSG and Barca is what I'm hoping for in the final. Caranto, is it possible for a Fiorentina comeback? Well, I was really debating whether to switch the watch-along on Thursday from Man United and Bilbao to Betis Fiorentina. Because again, all the other games feel like they're pretty much done. Chelsea and Gardens is done. Man United Bilbao is pretty much done. I don't want it to be, but it is, isn't it? Let's be honest, that's done. Spurs and Bodo Glimt, maybe the goal from Bodo Glimt might just give them a slight chance, but I still think Spurs go through. And Betis Fiorentina is just on a knife edge, isn't it now? That Anthony goal was really good. And going to Florence, look, we've done watch-alongs this season of Fiorentina. Moise Keane has been tremendous for them this season. So, yeah, could be a really good game. Betis Fiorentina on Thursday. I am going to still do the United Bilbao one, but I think if I wasn't doing watch-alongs and it was just up to me kind of thing, I probably would put Betis Fiorentina on. We've promised everyone that we're going to do United Bilbao now, and it'll look bitter as well. If I'm a Liverpool fan and I don't watch United Bilbao, it'll just look like I've got something against them, which I do. I hate them. I hate United. Nigel, Chelsea, Riles. Don't know what that means, mate. Goncalo Ramos. PSG is going to do the treble this year. Well, yeah, you've still got Reims in the French Cup, haven't you? You've still got Stade Reims in the French Cup final. And obviously Barcelona potentially in the final, or Inter potentially in the final, assuming you get past Arsenal, of course. But I think Barcelona and PSG will both be on for a treble if that's the final that it ends up being. The atmosphere here at Coventry looks absolutely manic. It looks so good. Everyone's bouncing. Flags everywhere. Jonathan XL, Timber is a good left back. Yeah, I mean Timber he plays on the right quite a lot as well. He was on the right against Fischer Kvaratskhelia the other day. Yeah, I do like Timber. He's a good player. Jonathan XL, Harry Amas and Dorgu are good. Harry Amas, I think, is a very competent young left-back, and I think it's a little bit unfortunate that Manchester United have signed Dorgu. Because I think in another situation, if they'd have had the time again, Manchester United, I think if they'd have realised how good Harry Amas could be, because they've put him in a few times and he's looked really, really solid, and he's got forward really well as well. I think they might have, if they've had their time again, they probably wouldn't have signed Dorgu. Because I think Dorgu's been okay, but he's had a few wobbles, hasn't he? I don't think he's been brilliant. He's just been all right. He's only a young player himself. And I think if you're Harry Amas, you're kind of looking at it and going, oh, I've got this guy in front of me who's like 22, 23. He's only a young lad as well. So it feels like, where's my opportunity going to come if they've just paid 30 million for another young lad in front of me? So I think if they'd have had the time again, they might have gone out and got maybe a more experienced left back, someone who isn't going to necessarily block the path of Harry Amas. But he's a good young player, Harry Amas. Yeah, really good player. Nick, are you a shirt collector? Not a shirt collector, mate. No, these are just shirts that I've acquired over the years. I got that one, the PSG shirt in 2001 when I went to Paris, or 2000 when I went to Paris. It's got Ronaldinho on the back of it. I've just picked up loads of shirts over the years, random shirts. I've got a Boca Juniors one behind me. I've got a Totti Roma shirt. I've got all sorts. They're just nice shirts that I've picked up over the years. Got about 100 of them. And yeah, my missus goes mad because they're clogging up the place, and she's like, get rid of him. So as soon as we've got a few, a decent community of followers who are all engaged, who are all participating, I think we will get sort of back to maybe giving away some shirts. That is the plan. Right, 1 second. Substub, can you show the atmosphere? I can't show the atmosphere. Sorry, mate. Substub, are we going to be able to hear or see the game? We're not going to be able to see or hear the game, mate. Sorry, no. You're only going to be able to see or hear me, which it's not. Hey, listen, that's as best as I can offer. I'm sorry if I show you the game, the channel gets banned. So I'm sorry, I can't do that. Paul Lambert, opinions on Lamine Yamal. Love him to bits. Yeah, really, really good player. Mark Rogers, Coventry 3, Middlesbrough 0. You're thinking. Substub thinks 2-1 Coventry. You're in Australia, Mark. Blimey, we've got an Aussie on there. Love it. Good lads. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you watching, guys. We've got fans from all over the world. Community growing. Love it. Nigel, you a sad troll. I'm not sad. I'm pretty happy. I've got a family. I'm watching football on a Saturday afternoon. What's the not? I've got a little glass here, a little glass of Pepsi Max cream soda, some new flavour. I'm happy as Larry. It's great. It's gorgeous outside, lovely and sunny. Been in the park this morning with my little girl flying a kite. It's all good. We've had a lovely time. So no, I'm definitely far from sad. I'm having a lovely time, Nigel. Nick, real talk. Why does everyone compare their season to Arsenal's? I'll be honest, Nick. I think it's because Arsenal compare themselves to everyone else. If I was an Arsenal fan, most Arsenal fans I've ever interacted with are really, really sound, lovely, lovely people. No problem with them at all. But you've got this community of online fans which are giving the club, I feel, like a completely different look and feel. And I loved Arsenal. I grew up loving Arsenal. Absolutely loved them as a team. Loved Arsene Wenger's team. Never had a problem with Arsenal up until about 3 or 4 years ago, when all of a sudden they thought they were the best thing since sliced bread and they haven't won anything to justify it. And it feels like that sort of a thinking is now, it sort of pervades the whole club. It's just around the whole club. And most fans seem to detest it. But some fans online, the ones that you see, I guess the noisiest voices play up to it. And that's the bit that's frustrating with Arsenal fans, because I don't think they're representative of the club at all. Like I said, most Arsenal fans that we have on the chat here, on the channel here, they're lovely, they're sound, top people, just regular people like you and I. But then you have the occasional one who gloats despite having no real justification for doing so. Nick, Jamie O'Hara is like, if Spurs win the Europa League, they've had a better season than Arsenal. Well, they have. They have, surely. Spurs win the Europa League, they've had a better season than Arsenal. Categorically, that's obvious. Surely we would agree with that. Well, there's a guy dressed as Jesus here. There's a guy dressed as Jesus at the Coventry Stadium. I don't know if he's in, I think he's in the Borough end. So maybe he's praying for a miracle here. Praying for a miracle. DJ Van Dijk went through it once. He did, yeah, I know what you're saying about the comeback. Virgil van Dijk having a bit of a dip, came back. He's now one of the best, if not the best, centre-back in the world. Nick, I'm watching Bristol City seal a playoff spot. Good, keep us informed on how they're playing, Nick, if you're watching. Be yourself, Dylan. Good to see you, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Substub, Pepsi Max cream soda is banging. Nice. Yeah, it is. It is very, very nice. Shay472, if Burnley and Leeds both win, who wins the league? Leeds. Leeds on goal difference. Leeds have got by far a better goal difference. This season has effectively been, Leeds have been a fantastic high-scoring team. Defensively, they've been all right, but just really good in attack. Burnley have been just all right in attack, but defensively they've been bang on it. They've been really, really good. So they've conceded far fewer, but as a result, over the course of a season, the goal difference has just widened. Jonathan XL, Spurs doesn't have a better season, 16th, only Europa League, not good enough. If Spurs win the Europa League, if Spurs win something and Arsenal win nothing, Spurs have had a better season. Has to be. Has to. I don't understand how anyone would dispute that. Reese, so Luton only relegated if Hull win and Luton lose, but if we win, we're guaranteed safety. I believe so, yeah. Callum, prediction on the Cardiff game. Who are Cardiff playing? I've not even really kept track of Cardiff. Cardiff's one of the games I've not. We will keep you updated on it, but I haven't even got any updates on who Cardiff are playing. I don't think I've looked. Or at least I can't remember. Cardiff are already down. It's one of the few games that haven't really got much riding on it. Nick, PSG ain't doing no treble without Dembele. Well, we don't know what's happening with Dembele just yet, do we? We don't know if he's definitely out. Jake, Leeds have a better goal difference. Shay, both of them will struggle to stay up next season. I think Burnley and Leeds will both have a good chance. I really do. I think at least one of them will. Shay, is there a situation that Plymouth can stay up? No, absolutely not. Plymouth's goal difference is by far the worst. Cardiff obviously already relegated. Plymouth would need to win by about... They'd need to beat Leeds by like 10-0. And they'd have to hope that the other teams around them lose 10-0. And maybe there would be a swing. But it would have to be that sort of a result for Plymouth to stay up. So I can't see it, sadly. Be yourself, Dylan. United might think it's over, but it might not be. Well, look, United conceded 4 against Lyon at home, didn't they? Conceded 4 against 10 men Lyon as well, by the way. 10 men Lyon. 4 goals. If Lyon can do it, maybe Bilbao can. You never know. Bilbao will have to go there and throw everything at it. They've got nothing to lose, so it's going to be an interesting game. We will, of course, do that one. We're going to do the watch-along for that one. We've got 3 minutes to kick off here, so I'm going to get stuck into to the lineups in a second. Caranto, who do you hate more, United or Everton? Oh, do you know what? There's been a begrudging level of respect with both of them over the years, just because of how much I now hate City and Chelsea. So it feels like Everton and United are kind of... I've got a little bit of a respect for them. A little bit. I still hate them. It's still built in. They hate us. We hate them. It's kind of how it is. But yeah, City and Chelsea are just... Ugh. And Arsenal are catching up. JDCFC, who do you think staying up in the Prem next season? It depends entirely on the summer, mate. Depends entirely on the summer. We don't know what these two are going to... Well, I'll say these two. Leeds, Burnley. We don't know what the summer's going to be like. Will Leeds maybe bring in a goalkeeper? Feels like Ilhan Meslier might leave. They might go and get someone like Kelleher from Liverpool. Maybe they'll be able to bring in Calvin Phillips from City. That might be an interesting one for them. Burnley, look, I feel like Burnley are going to have to bring in some more options in attack to try and just get a bit... Scoring goals is going to be a problem for Burnley, I think, next season. But hey, listen, there's all that still to be determined. User, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Big Liverpool fan. Big in every way. Carl, I'm from Chesterfield. Hope we make the playoffs today. We'll keep updated on everyone else as well, yeah. We'll keep updated on everyone else. So let's see how we get on through the day. But we are 30 seconds from kickoff. Right, so let's just get the old scoreboard going. Let's get the old scoreboard started. Again, on TikTok, you won't know this, you won't see this because I don't have the scoreboard on here. But if you want to watch on TikTok, if you do want to watch on the other channel, then you have to go to YT. Sounds like YouTube or PubeTube, whatever. Sounds a bit like that. But if you can go and watch it on there, then you can get maybe the full experience. Robert Jessup, up the mags. Up the mags. Coventry in 6th, Borough in 9th. Borough are 2 points behind Coventry. Borough need to win. Borough need to win here. There's nothing else will work for them. Coventry having a little team huddle before kick-off. Let's have a quick look at the Cardiff playing Norwich. Right, okay. I would imagine that one's going to be a bit of a dud. Because neither of them two can go up or down or do anything. It doesn't make a difference. It's just going to be a bit of a nothing game. In fact, do you know what? Usually them games where there's nothing riding on it at the last day, they usually end up like 5-4. So something like that. It's like an exhibition. Robert Jessup, you recovered over the cup yet? Do you know what, mate? I didn't feel all that... Well, I was disappointed, of course. You never like losing a cup final. But Newcastle were the better team in that one. And I had no problem admitting it. Newcastle battered us that day. We were awful. Newcastle were really good. And you deserve to win it. You deserve to beat the league, to lift the League Cup that day. And I was quite happy, given that Newcastle haven't won anything in 50 years or whatever it is, however many years. It's always nice to see new teams kind of, and the fans getting that experience. So, yeah, it's good. I would much rather have lost it to Newcastle than anyone else, put it that way. So, here we go. We're off. We're off and underway here at Coventry. Let me just get the old scoreboard off and running. It's already off and running, but you know what I mean. Just trying to get everything set up. Shay, I really want to see Millwall get the playoffs. It's an away game I haven't done before. Yeah, the Den. Heading down to the Den. What would that be like in a in a Premier League game? Substub, no Coventry, make playoff, please. Well, we're underway here. Let's get a bit of a volume cracked up. We're on Sky Sports, by the way, for anyone who is watching or who is interested. It's live on Sky Sports. I'll just go through the teams in a second because we're only a minute or so in. Yeah, the commentator just pointing out there, the noise from the Coventry fans has been absolutely deafening. Right, so Coventry and Middlesbrough. Lineups in goal. So for Coventry, they're in down the left-hand side here. Coventry pulled across, cleared away by Borough. Coventry starting very, very quickly. Gone out on the far side for a throw-in. So in goal, it's Wilson for Coventry, Van Ewijk, Thomas, Kitching, Bidwell at the back, Sakamoto, Grimes, Radoni and Ben Sheaf with Hadji Wright and Sims up front. And then for Middlesbrough, it's Travers in goal, Mark Travers, Illing Jr. at left back, Howson, Fry and Dykesteel with Hackney and Whittaker in midfield, Finn Azaz, Morris, Neto Borges and Tommy Conway up front. It was a corner. Well, it wasn't a corner. Coventry taking that long throw. It's effectively a corner, isn't it? Throws it long into the box and it was cleared away. Carl83, I'm a big Liverpool fan. I can see Slot rotating the team for the next few games. Well, that is what he said, isn't it? Yeah, he said he's going to be dropping quite a few players and getting a few more legs into the team. Here's Borough. Shot from distance, blocked by Coventry. Callum, got any AC Milan tops? Thinking about getting a retro one, la? Yeah, I have actually. I've got an AC Milan top. I got the one around the time, funnily enough, they beat us in the Champions League final in 2007. Yeah, so I've got an AC Milan top. I've got an Inter Milan top as well. Not that I'm bragging, you know what I mean. Be yourself, Dylan. Villa v Fulham could be a good game. Yeah, I've just heard Fulham hit the post already. Shot! Oh, just wide. Ellis Sims just getting it wide there. 4 minutes in, Coventry with the first big chance of the game. Cross from the right, and Sims, really good effort there. About 7 yards out, just getting a volley low down. It would have beat the keeper, that. It would have beat Travers. First real chance there, 5 minutes in. Sibi Lunga, I'm a Man United fan. Bet you're happy after this week. Very happy. Ollie, what's the score? It's still 0-0. QPR 1, Sunderland 0. Hani 786, good to see you. Thoughts on Millwall coming up to the Prem? Well, remains to be seen, doesn't it, mate? We'll see, I guess. Do we think? PK, play up Sky Blues. Okay, Coventry starting well here. Ben, Yo-Yo Key, cross platforms. Good to see you, Ben. As always, mate. Thank you very much. Let's keep updated. QPR 1, Sunderland 0. Yeah, that one's... I'm just mad. I can't believe there's so much going on today that could affect the top and the bottom end of the table. QPR, Sunderland, obviously not one of them, to be honest. Both of those teams pretty much done. Clips HQ, do playoffs start next week? Yes, I think they do. Again, Coventry down the right-hand side, knocked it in, pushed away by Travers. It's all Coventry. Borough penned into the box here. You can see what Lampard's tried to do. We talked about it before the game. Do we think Coventry are going to come out and sit and take a bit of the pressure off and let Borough have a bit of the ball? Absolutely not is the answer. Absolutely not. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Ben, I bet the Mets don't want Millwall in the Prem. I gotta know. Millwall, West Ham. Millwall, West Ham in the Premier League. Millwall, Palace. Oh, that's going to be some... If Millwall make it up, obviously, there's still a long way to go. they'd need Borough to get a point here. Tommy Conway's just been side down. He's on his feet again. The referee didn't give anything. Good play by Coventry. Really good play. West Brom 1, Luton 0. That's a bad start as well. Cheers, Clips HQ. Callum the Copite, Luis Diaz signing a new contract. Thoughts? If he does, yeah, if he does sign a new contract. To me, it seems like Luis Diaz, as good as he is, and he really is a very, very good player, I just can't see him. I can't see the club giving him massive, massive wages to stay. And he does need it. He's on like 65k a week, which I know that sounds like a pittance, doesn't it? But it is to a footballer. For a player like him who's now won, you know, he's been to Champions League finals with Liverpool, he's won the Premier League, he's won everything there is to win, basically, apart from... or he's been at the top level, let's say, for a long time. He's still only on kind of about what the average Bournemouth player is on. And if you were Luis Diaz's agent, you'd be pointing that out, wouldn't you? Here's the West Brom goal. Tom Fellows. Oh, the keeper's had an absolute shocker there for Luton. Down at his near post. Shouldn't be getting beat there. But it's 1-0 to West Brom. Be yourself, Dylan. West Brom goal been disallowed. Has it really? Has it? Doesn't look like it has, mate. Doesn't look like it has. Didn't look like there was anything wrong with that. There's no offside, so... Ben Twist, Sunderland flapped it in the Prem. Oh, Sunderland flapped it in the game, end of the season. Yeah, Sunderland have been awful now for about 4 or 5 weeks. They've been terrible. I don't think they've won a game. It feels like they're doing what United are doing in the Premier League and almost going, yeah, we've got the playoffs, we're fine. We've got the playoffs, we're just going to stick with doing what we're doing. We'll rest players for the playoffs. Chance here for Coventry, skied it. Oh, no. Oh, big opportunity. Was it Radoni? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. The ball comes back. It's literally on the penalty spot. He's stood on his own there. Luton have equalised. 1-1 at the Hawthorns. 1-1. And that puts it, that sends it all back again. We've not done anything different there. Luis Diaz numbers not good enough and never have been really, although he's a magician with the ball. His numbers this season have been really good though. Have a look at his numbers. His numbers for a left winger, they're up there with some of the best. So I just feel like he's been a bit inconsistent, hasn't he? It's a big issue with Luis Diaz. Sister Fister, hi mate, how's it going? Good to see you, as always. Callum, I think Diaz should sign on because he knows how to take on 1v1, whereas Gakpo can't. And he has experience now. Okay. Crazy to think Diaz has 4 trophies at Liverpool and could have had 2 more. We just too crazy. Who's playing? It's Coventry against Middlesbrough. Again, just a reminder, if you haven't already, go and subscribe. Coventry are in! Oh, Ellis Sims! Blocked! Out to the edge of the area. It's absolute chaos in the Coventry penalty area. Edge of the area. Chance. Hadji Wright. Must be. Skied it. Oh. Coventry. 10 minutes in. How many times? How many times? Ellis Sims there. Great block by Borough. But Coventry could be 1 or 2 up here. It's a great block at the back. I think it's Hackney actually who gets a block on it in the end. Oh, it's really unlucky. Really unlucky that. Sister Vista, I see how it is, Kieran. You're popular again, and now you don't say hello. Sorry, mate. I'm trying to catch up. The chat's absolutely gone mad. It's flying. I can't catch up with it. Chris Thompson, marching on together. Hey up, son. Just popped on to give you a thumbs up. Good to see you covering Borough. Got it on another device. We're all Leeds, aren't we? Good shout, mate. Cheers for that, Chris. Yeah, cheers, Chris. Good to see you. Ben, 12 goals, 5 assists. Prem for Sadio Mane's replacement. Good enough? I don't think so, mate. 12 goals, 5 assists is still not bad for a left winger. I don't know what you're expecting. And maybe he's not Sadio Mane levels, but he's still bloody good. You don't get Sadio Mane's off trees. You know what I mean? They don't grow on trees. You've got to be able to go and find them from somewhere. They're bloody hard to find. Millwall have scored at the Den. It's Burnley 0, Millwall 1. Oh my God, they're not at the Den, not at Turf Moor. Millwall have scored at Turf Moor. And as it stands, Millwall are coming up to the Prem maybe. They're in the playoffs. Oh my God. Millwall 1, Burnley 0. What is going on? What is going on? It was Ali who scored for Luton. We're just watching that one back. Oh, that was a great goal from Luton. They'll be fine. They'll be fine with that sort of quality in the team. That was very Sadio Mane-esque, actually. That was a great finish. Hackney with the shot. It's come out here for Borough. Chance. First chance for Borough. First shot on target. Yeah, didn't quite get it right. Aston Villa 1, Fulham 0. M157, who's playing? We're watching Coventry against Borough, mate. It's Tielemans who scored for Villa. And Norwich 1, Cardiff 0. Early goal there. Burnley 1, Millwall 1. Oh my days. Do you know what I thought? We were so close to doing Burnley-Millwall today. We were so close to doing that one. That would have been a great game, and you can tell already. 2 goals in that one already. Burnley equalising straight away. They can't afford to lose that one. Let's just have a look at the Millwall goal. It's just come on here. Ivanovic scored for Millwall, but yeah, 2 seconds later, Burnley equalised. Jesus Lord. Sweet Lord. Chris Thompson marching on together. Come on, Mill. Sub-stub, no way. It's honestly, it's chaos. It's chaos here today. We knew it was going to be. Nunes is the one who scored for Norwich. You can see the fans. The fans are on the phones checking. They don't know what's going on. M157, how long have they been playing? They are 13 and a half minutes in. Again, if you want to go to the other platform, YT, and get the full experience with the clock, with the scoreboard and everything, and the better camera angle, and the better audio, then you can go and get it on YouTube by going and giving us a follow. Go and find us on YouTube at Premier League Dad. We're live right now across all platforms. But TikTok gets the special camera angle. Chris, imagine Millwall versus Bluntbint playoff. What's Bluntbint? Bluntbint? Bluntbint. Who would Bluntbint be? Millwall v... Is that Sheffield United? Bluntbint. Got a fancy Millwall there. All Leeds, aren't we? Aaron D, listening in Vietnam. Come on, Sky Blues. Good to have you, Aaron. Good to have you. We got fans all over the world here watching. Good to have footy fans all over the world watching us today. Burnley 1, Millwall 1. What is going on in the Championship? Nothing changes then. It was Josh Brownhill who scored. And what a season Josh Brownhill is having, by the way. What a season he's having. Clips HQ, good day of football today. Always. Always. Bobo Leach up the Borough. Up the Borough. Reece Crownshaw on the Championship last day is great. It's always great, isn't it? Always great last day of the season. That's why we stuck with this one and we didn't go with Villa and Fulham. And I'm hoping it's the right decision. Hoping it's the right decision. Villa, of course, 1-0 up. Tielemans putting them in front. I can't see Michael Carrick as a Premier League manager. Ben Twish used to work with Josh Brownhill's cousin. He's from Warrington. Ben, I've got Millwall in my acca. Chris Thompson, hate them, but hope they play the Blunts. Okay. Hadji Wright very nearly getting in there. Middlesbrough, sorry. Getting the ball away. Finally getting a bit of possession here, Borough. Whittaker's playing on that right-hand side. It was Whittaker who did have probably Borough's best chance so far. Ball came to him on his left foot, edge of the penalty area. Opened his body up, but just didn't quite get enough purchase on it. Straight at the keeper. Norwich 2, Cardiff 0. Just reinforcing there why Cardiff are going down. Oh, Christ, here we go. Hate these. If Millwall go up, that'll be a tasty Millwall v West Ham derby. It's not even just West Ham, Millwall. Millwall and Palace in the Cup was bad not long ago. Portsmouth 0, Hull 1. That one is a big one. That is a very, very big one down at the bottom. And that does change things now because Luton, as it stands, are going down. Luton, as it stands, are going down. Cardiff have had a man sent off against Norwich. And Plymouth have scored against Leeds. Plymouth have scored against Leeds. What is going on? The Championship is heading to Burnley. Oh, my goodness me. I knew there would be action there at Home Park. Plymouth 1, Leeds 0. Plymouth 1, Leeds 0. And as it stands, Burnley are about to be champions. Burnley are champions. Luton could be going down. Everything's going on. Chuffing Nora Bundu just hit the post for Plymouth. They're in front, mate. They're in front. I can't believe it. It was Crooks who scored for Hull at Fratton Park. Free kick to Coventry here. Come on. Give us a goal. Every other game's got a frigging goal in it. We've got nothing here just yet. Sub-stub, they have to win like 15-0. Yeah, Plymouth can't stay up, sadly. Plymouth can't stay up. I would have liked them to, but I can't see it. Kieran Owen, who you got for the league? For the Championship, I still think Leeds turn it round at Plymouth. I do. I still think Leeds turn it round. I don't really mind who wins it, I guess. I haven't really got a preference because they're both coming up to the Premier League anyway. So, yeah, I haven't really got a preference. But I would imagine that Leeds do turn it round eventually. They're a good side, Leeds. Sub-stub, come on, Plymouth. It was Sam Byram. So it must have been an own goal. Is Byram at Plymouth now? He's ex-Leeds, isn't he, Sam Byram? Will, who do you want to win? Coventry or Borough? I think so far, I don't want anyone to win. I've got to be really clear. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm not a Coventry or a Borough fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. I just watch football. On this channel, we watch everyone. We watch everyone all across the league, all across Europe, Serie A, Bundesliga. Live watch-alongs every single day. If there's a game of football on, chances are we're live. So we're watching this one now. Coventry do look like the better team, I would say. Coventry are looking certainly the better team so far. Mark Travers about to pump this upfield for Borough. Yeah, Sam Byram own goal it was. Caranto, would Balotelli fit in the Liverpool squad now? No. Here's Hadji Wright, flying down the left as you'd expect him to. Unlucky, wins a corner. Corner to Coventry. Corner to Coventry. Sub-stub, I'm a Coventry fan but would like Plymouth to win. Yeah, I would have liked Plymouth to come into this last day with a chance of staying up. Feels a bit sad, doesn't it, for Plymouth that they've won. They won against Coventry. They then won against Preston at Deepdale. And then they might well win against Leeds here and they're still going to go down. It feels really harsh on them. To have. I mean, look, at the end of the day, they put themselves in that position. DA, I'm in Oz, where is it live? Sub-stub in England. DA, it's live on Sky Sports, mate. I don't know if you can get that in Australia. I don't know what the situation is with Sky Sports in Australia, but you can get it. You can get it live on Sky Sports Main event. That's what it's on. Rubes, who are you supporting? Good to see you, Rubes, as always, mate. Who am I supporting? I'm not really supporting anyone. I'm quite happy with either of these. No, that's a lie. That is a lie. I'm supporting Coventry. As people who know who've watched this channel before, I ain't really got... I don't have anything wrong. I don't have any issues with Middlesbrough the place or even Middlesbrough the club. But I used to work with a guy who supported Borough and he was an absolute bellwith. Absolute bellwith. He looked like Paul Breach as well. So I don't like Borough for that reason, which I know is a bit ridiculous. I know that's stupid. But yeah, Coventry. I did like Coventry as well back in the day. Gary McAllister, who's a Liverpool legend, came from Coventry. I remember growing up watching, your Darren Huckabees and your Dion Dublins and all them. Norwich 3, Cardiff 0. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind Coventry coming back up to the Prem. I don't really want Borough. I don't really want Borough in the Prem. Swansea 1, Oxford United 0. Will, out of Trent, Virgil and Salah, who are you keeping if you have to sell two? If I have to sell two... It's tough. Probably Virgil. Probably Van Dijk, yeah. Love Salah, though. Absolutely love Salah. And do you know what the crazy thing is as well? I think if Trent had been... if Trent had signed a contract, I reckon a lot of Liverpool fans would give a different answer to that. Because as good as Van Dijk and Salah is, they're both in the 30s now. So Trent's a local lad. You can't really replace that. But he's a turncoat. You go in Madrid. What can you say? Jadon Thompson score. It's still 0-0. Still 0-0. I'm at 70. Leeds, please. We need to win. Well, Leeds are losing, sadly for Leeds. And those fans in this chat just before the game started saying, please, can we watch Leeds lift the title? Doesn't look like it's going to happen at this moment in time. Burnley 1, Millwall 1, Plymouth 1, Leeds 0. So, as it stands, Leeds are dropping the title. Turf Moor is going to be the destination for it. You can just imagine a guy on the motorway driving back and forth between... Maybe he sat somewhere around kind of... I don't know, Bristol way. Maybe sat near Bristol, wondering whether or not to drive up north to Burnley or down south to Leeds. Reece, Portsmouth need to score real quick. Yeah, it'd be gutting for Luton now if they get beat. And Hull stay up. Or maybe Bristol. If Bristol City score against Preston, you're alright, aren't you, Reece? If Bristol City can beat Preston at Ashton Gate, then actually that might well be that might be easier, that might be better. I'm at 70. Burnley are playing sharp. Well, I don't know. We're not watching that. We're watching this one, Coventry and Borough. But yeah, from what we're hearing, Burnley playing quite well. Matteo, what player would you like to sign for Liverpool? Lamine Yamal, ideally. He'd be a cracking replacement for Salah. But no, I think realistic signing for Liverpool. Adam Wharton. Yeah. Adam Wharton from Palace. I love him. Absolutely love him as a footballer. Really, really good. Really talented footballer. And if he stays fit, I think he'll be one of the best around. Really, really good player. And he fits Liverpool like a glove as well. So I'd like him. I'd like him. I'm sure Palace won't let him go. Rubes, is it the last day of the season? It is in the Championship, yes. Bristol City 0, Preston 1. Oh, Preston. Preston have scored. Oh, Reese, I'm feeling it for you, mate. As it stands now, Preston have gone up to 17th. Preston and Hull winning. It's now between Luton, Derby and Stoke. If there's a goal, if Derby score now, Stoke might be going down. If Derby score, Stoke are going down. Oh my God, with things as they stand. Oh my days, what is happening here? This is a proper last day. Here. It's Reese who scored for Preston. Clips HQ, he's no Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo. What do you like? There you go, here's the goal. Reese with the goal off the corner for Preston. That's massive for them. Preston both ends. Reese, this is a sensational last day. HQ Clips, I'd love Stoke to go down. Caranto, Luton qualifying. Watford 0, Sheffield United 1. Goal at Vicarage Road. Armet already lost Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff are gone. Here's Borough on the counter-attack here. They've got 3 on 2 if they get this right. Tommy Conway. Let's come out here to Whittaker. Finazaz. All the way back. Shot from distance. Rose head. Awful that. Tommy Conway should have done better there. Had a big chance there on the counter-attack and just didn't get it right. Yeah, Finazaz is in absolutely acres of space there. I think he'd have been offside. I mean, I know there's no VAR in the Championship, but again, that's one of them things. As the ball comes through to Tommy Conway, if he gets his head up, Finazaz is literally in acres of space there. Borough having chances on the counter-attack. Coventry still very much in control. Coventry still in the ascendancy. But when Borough do get the ball back, when they win it off them high, they are creating chances on the counter. As it stands, there you can see the table. West Brom 2, Luton 1. Oh, Luton. Luton are going down as it stands. They need goals elsewhere. There's been a goal at the Hawthorns. Luton are getting beat. Armet, Leeds now are playing good. Hopefully we'll get one before half-time. Oh, do you know what? I really wanted to get. I was trying to get it on the live watch along here. I was going to try and get a live table that updates throughout the day. It was Daryl DK who scored at the Hawthorns for West Brom. Ha ha ha! Come on, Preston, says Chris. Yeah, I was trying to get a live table that updated through the day, but it's so difficult to try and embed it on the live watch along. So we've not got that, but we have got me telling you what's going on. Luton are getting beat. Plymouth winning. Derby and Stoke still 0-0. Hull are winning. Preston are winning. Here's Radoni in the box for Coventry. Stands it up. Gone behind for a corner. Will please Coventry score? Right, here we go. Coventry corner here. Coventry corner from the left-hand side. Whipped in. Cleared away front post. Back out. Radoni trying to get it. He's just trying to create half a yard to whip it in the box. All the players are still forward. Flick on, chance. Cleared away. And now Borough on the counter-attack. This is where they've hurt Coventry before. What a ball that is. Unlucky. Keeper did very well coming out there to clear that. Tracy, please tell the score. It's Coventry 0, Middlesbrough 0 as it stands. Big fella, Stoke City, Luton losing. Get in. Luton getting beat. Preston are winning at Ashton Gate as well. Blanchmeister. Tomorrow, Chelsea giving us the guard of honour. Will be great. Yeah, be amazing. Looking forward to that one. We'll be live for that one as well tomorrow, by the way. Again, if you like watch-alongs, if this is your thing. West Brom 3, Luton 1. I think that might be Luton really banging trouble now. They're fully reliant on other teams. 3-1 down in the first half at the Hawthorns. Luton have had an absolute disaster. West Brom 3, Luton 1. And that final relegation place might just be settled. And what it does mean now, actually, what it does mean is that Blackburn and Millwall, if this stays as it is, with Bristol City getting beat by Preston, as it stands, all of these teams at the top could sneak into the playoffs. It just takes one goal. Just one goal could change everything. So much riding on it. It's Tom Fellows again, scoring for West Brom. Watching it back here, they're cutting Luton apart. They really are. And Fellows with the finish. Fellows, of course, is being linked with Everton this summer. He's one of the wide players being linked with Everton. Freddie, hi mate, how you doing, Freddie? Good to see you. Cheers for coming to the chat. Oh, what is going on? My camera's gone all skew-whiff again. Right, wait a minute. I'm going to go and fix that. There's no way I'm having that. Is that better? Sort of, ish, I guess. Know what's going on. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Seems to be working. Will, Coventry are apparently in 5th. Yes, they are, yeah. M157, any big games on later? Well, we've got later on at 3 o'clock, we've got Everton against Ipswich. So after this one, Everton-Ipswich. 5:30 is Arsenal against Bournemouth. And then tonight we're watching Serie A, big game at the top of Serie A. Inter Milan against Hellas Verona. Inter Milan are, after that game against Barcelona in midweek, they desperately need to try and get back on course in Serie A. Oh, Willing Jr. with a shot there, just wide. Good opportunity for Borough there from distance, just wide. At 70, Plymouth goal was an own goal. Yes, it was an own goal, yeah. It was. It was Sam Byram scoring an own goal for Leeds. But yeah, with Coventry going up to 5th as well. As it stands here, Coventry could well be playing Sunderland over 2 legs, and Bristol City will be playing Sheffield United. Substub, how come West Brom play like this now, but played shambolic versus Coventry? Tony Mowbray's had West Brom at different points of the season playing like they could come up automatically and then dropping back down and playing terrible again. So, yeah, I'm not really entirely sure what's gone on with West Brom this season. They've had a bit of a higgledy-piggledy season, haven't they? Chris Thompson, marching on together. Luton defo screwed now. It looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, sadly. Substub, the camera angle is okay, bro. It's fine. No, the angle's fine. What happens is occasionally it will auto-focus and I'll go all grainy and the shirts behind me will go all fantastic and in focus. It only happens occasionally and I just have to defocus it and then focus it again. It's because I'm not on like a full professional setup, but it's a nice camera. And then I've got my phone here on TikTok. You've got the phone set up. Will we always beat Sunderland as well? Rubes, the production quality on here has gone down. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. The production quality is still very, very high on the other platform. The other one over there where we talk about, if you go to YT, you can find me. with a bit better audio quality, a bit better visual quality, and a nice scoreboard too. So, yeah, if that's your thing. See, there you go, that's what I'm talking about, Substub. I've gone all grainy here, and all the shirts have gone high quality. It'll refocus itself again in a minute. It does it all the time, it's annoying. Long throw by Coventry into the box. Borough clear it away. Met Sheffield United, they're playing low block. Sheffield United aren't bothered, they'll just be frustrating Blackburn. But if Blackburn can get a goal, imagine Blackburn sneaking. Blackburn sneaking in on the last day. Get Ewood Park back in the Premier League. Reese, Luton have to rely on other teams, plus win 4-3. Can't see that happening. Do they have to win? I don't think they have to win, do they? Luton will be alright if they get a point. The problem for Luton... Do you know what? The problem for Luton is actually they need to equalise, so there's no other way at all. Unless Portsmouth turn it round against Hull. Portsmouth turn it round against Hull, you're fine. You're absolutely fine if Portsmouth turn it round against Hull. But as it stands, you definitely need to equalise. Luton need 2 goals in the second half. They need a big performance in the second half. Substub, I'm on YouTube, not TikTok. I know, mate, you've got the lovely camera angle here. And TikTok, there's a little phone here to my left, which has... That's where TikTok watch me. But everything else, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, all the other places. X as well, Twitter. Gets the nice camera angle with the scoreboard and all that good stuff. Rubes, is it a bad thing you going grainy? Oh, you little cow. Oh, wow, that was a bit nasty. No need for that. No skill, Aaron. Glory, Man United. Can we not just have one live where you're not talking about United? Reese, wait, is Mark Travers on loan at Middlesbrough? I believe so, yeah. I believe so. He's from Bournemouth, isn't he? He's on loan from Bournemouth. Because they didn't think he had the wherewithal to be number one, and they went and got Kepa Arrizabalaga on loan. I wonder if Kepa signs for Bournemouth permanently, given that he's the most expensive goalkeeper in the world. Does he sign for them, or does he go back to Chelsea? Because I think he's had a decent season, Kepa. Here's Borough on the counter-attack. It's Whittaker. Comes out. Fernandes stood up to the far side. Cleared away by Coventry. Reese, this day has literally nothing to do with United. They always find a way to make it about themselves, don't they? I don't know. Well, we're 40 minutes in here. Still no goals. Both teams have had chances. Borough are coming into it a little bit more now. Shot from distance. Oh, what a save. Fernandes from distance there. And the keeper gets down and just touches it wide. Really good save there. Azaz got away from Sheaf. And it's a good save by the... Because it actually comes off the post. He actually punches it onto the post. Really good save from the keeper. And there you go. Borough could have been 1-0 up. Wilson tipping it onto the post. That's what keepers are paid the money for. Frank Lampard's looking nervous though. Corner to Borough here. Swansea 1. Oxford United 1. No skill, Aaron. Wait, is it Championship final day? It certainly is. It's a very big day in the Championship. Top v bottom. Just going off. Plymouth beating Leeds. Got currently the Championship title is heading to Turf Moor, even though Burnley are only drawing with Borough Millwall 1-1. Middlesbrough and Coventry deadlocked at 0-0. Bristol City getting beat by Preston 1-0. Luton look like they're going down. They're getting beat 3-1 at the Hawthorns by West Brom. So yeah, it's all going off. If Luton make it 3-2 somehow, I'll switch it back to that Luton game. No skill, Aaron, what game are you watching? We're watching Coventry and Borough, mate. And we've only had 1-0 on this entire channel. Since I started doing watch-alongs, we've only had 1-0. And it was Manchester United against Manchester City in the derby a few months back at Old Trafford. And this one's still 0-0. So I'm hoping we get a goal in it at least. I thought this would be the game that would have the most action. No skill, Aaron. Which game should I be watching? What's the biggest game? Well, I would argue this one. They've all got things riding on them. Bristol City against Preston at Ashton Gate has a lot riding on it. You know, Preston could have gone down today. Bristol City could yet fall out of the playoff places if results elsewhere go against them. Here, Middlesbrough have to win. Coventry need to get a point to stay in the playoff places and hope that results elsewhere go for them. Middlesbrough have to win. There's no excuses for Borough. If they don't win, they haven't got the playoffs. Doesn't matter what results elsewhere. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking the live, by the way. Cheers for following. Wherever you are, please go and give us a follow on TikTok, on all the other platforms, all the other socials. Again, if you want the full watch-along experience with the nice scoreboard and everything, you've got to go to the other platform. YT, go and give us a follow over there. Premier League Dad, go and find us. It's a bit of a more pleasant experience with the camera angle and the audio. But we are live for every single game over the next... Between now and the end of the season. Between now and the end of the season, we're live every single day. 4 games today, 4 watch-alongs today, 4 watch-alongs tomorrow. Across the Championship, the SPL, Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, the Champions League and Europa League midweek. Ball into the box. Coventry 1-0! Coventry 1-0, there you go. It's that man again. Radoni scored. 1-0 Coventry. There you go. The first twist in the playoff places. M157. Is it Prem Dad on YouTube as well? Yes, it is. It's Prem Dad on YouTube as well. If you go and search us, you get a bigger, better watch-along experience, I would argue. Borough fans... Hands on the back of their head, heads in hands. That's what the camera angle's showing. Coventry fans bouncing. There's Borough fans there with wigs on. Just head buried in their hands. They don't know what's going on here. The ball gets played out wide. Yeah, it is. It's a patient build-up by Coventry. It's whipped in from the right-hand side, and Radoni just gets his head on it, flicks it on, down into the ground. Keeper can't get near it. 1-0 Coventry. There you go. There you go. Cheers, M157. Thanks. Nice one, mate. Beetlejuice United. Radoni is a Chelsea fan. There you go. Well, no wonder he likes Frank Lampard as his manager. Right, well, Borough have got a very big task now. Borough need 2 in this second half. Assuming they don't concede again. Coventry are away here again. Substub, Mark Rogers, yes. Brap. Substub, I've just liked the live for you. Don't know if it makes a difference, but I did it anyway. Nice one, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, if you can like, comment, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps us massively. Channel's only been going since January, and we've grown really, really quickly. We're nearly at 5,000 subs on YouTube, nearly 2,500 or so on TikTok, albeit that's a bit newer. But as I say, we do watch-alongs every single day. So thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for your help and being part of the community. It's nice to have all different types of fans in. We've got a Coventry fan from Vietnam watching us right now. We've got a Coventry fan from Australia watching us right now. Doing watch-alongs all over the world. It's great. Love it. R&D, yeah, Coventry 1-0. M1K3Y, oi oi. Good to see you, mate. Long throw in by Coventry. Comes out to the edge of the area. Sheaf to get it back in. Stood up to the far post. It's all Coventry here again. Foul. No, it's half time. Half time. Lampard runs down the tunnel. Half time. Big 45 minutes. M1K3Y only started in Jan. You come across really professional. Thank you very much, mate. I try to. I try to. The setup sometimes is a bit skew-iff. I'm still learning. I'm still getting adjusted to everything. But we're very, very new as a channel. And yeah, like I say. And it's not I say we. Like there's other people involved. It's just me. I'm a dad from the north where I've got a little girl. I've got a family like anyone else. And yeah, my name's Kieran. I love football. I watch all sorts of football. I've got a wife like anyone else that is mad whenever I watch football. And, you know, why are you watching Norwich against Swansea? It means nothing. Liverpool. You support Liverpool. Watch Liverpool. It's fine. No, absolutely not. We love the football. That's what we want on here. We watch the football on here. We've got knowledgeable football fans from all over the world who watch this channel. And that's how you build your knowledge, innit? That's how you build your knowledge. You're able to talk about Coventry's attacking players. You're able to talk about, you know, Inter Milan against Hellas Verona tonight and what that means for the Championship. We're doing Bologna against Juventus tomorrow night and what that means in the top 4 battle. Will Bologna sneak into the Champions League or can Juventus, you know, get themselves back in it? What's going on with AC Milan? What's going on with Villarreal? We have all of that on this channel. And we have fans everywhere joining us. It's all good. No skill Aaron. Professionalism goes out the window when he's watching United, though. Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. LCFC, he hates Cov. I don't hate Cov. I actually quite like Cov. Transfermarkt, give us your halftime predictions for the key battles today. Who's my halftime predictions for the key battles? I guess for the second half, I would argue it's going to be very much about whether or not Haji Wright gets any more change out of the Borough right back. Because to be honest, he's not got much. He usually does. I mean, if you remember the Coventry West Brom game, he basically got down the left-hand side and it was Haji Wright that caused all the problems that opened the scoring. If Coventry can get the ball to him and he can get at Dijksteel a little bit more and maybe try to open Borough up, Coventry can kill the game off. They've had more of the ball. The problem for Borough has been Finn Azaz getting into good positions, Whittaker getting into good positions, and the final ball hasn't been right. They've not maybe found Conway, or they're just not getting the head up, it feels like, Borough. They're hurting Coventry on the counter-attack. They're getting into good positions, and the final ball's just a little bit under hit, or it's a little bit... And they're resorting to shots from distance, you know. They have had one shot from distance, which... it was Azaz, wasn't it? Azaz had the shot, pushed onto the post by Wilson. So... feels like there's loads of chances there for Borough to equalise if they get it right. They're going to have to do something at half-time. Michael Carrick is going to have to change some things at half-time. Whether that means, you know, maybe he looks at the bench, maybe he brings on, you know, maybe Force can come in. Could Force come in and change things? Maybe Iheanacho, yeah. Iheanacho was a name suggested in the chat as well. I don't know if this is a game for Iheanacho, I'll be honest with you. Maybe it will be as the game goes on. Seems to be more one geared up for Force. And for Coventry, I think Frank Lampard will be quite happy. He'll just be saying, look, keep doing what you're doing, guys. You're getting a lot of possession. You are hurting Borough. You've obviously got a goal in front. This is all good. So, yeah, very exciting times for Coventry. I think they're in charge here. I can't see Borough scoring 2. No skill Aaron, is there a goal show or anything I can watch? There will be at full time. Yeah, there will be at full time. LCFC, Carrick needs to bring Iheanacho on. 1 second. What do you think about Arsenal and Bournemouth? Well, we're doing Arsenal and Bournemouth. We're going to be doing the Arsenal-Bournemouth game. What do I think about it? Arsenal are probably going to rest and rotate, I would imagine. I thought they would do that in the Ipswich game before the first leg against PSG, and they didn't. They ended up playing a really full-strength team. So, I never really know what Mikel Arteta's going to do. I would imagine, if it was me and I was Mikel Arteta today, I would be starting Wanyeri. I would be starting maybe the some of the younger players who we've seen coming into the team, maybe giving Sterling a run, players like that, try and get them involved, maybe Ben White gets a start, stuff like that. I certainly wouldn't be risking Saka, I certainly wouldn't be risking Martinelli. Rice I would be taking out of the team. Partey is back. I know he only got suspended, so maybe he needs games, he needs a few, some minutes in the legs today. But I wouldn't be taking any risks with Saliba or Rice or Saka or Martinelli. I would be dropping all of them to the bench because this game means nothing for Arsenal. The title is done. They have nothing riding on it. Bournemouth, the game does actually mean something. Bournemouth could still get Europe. So, and they've done all right on the road, haven't they, actually, Bournemouth? They've done okay. So, they'll be still a bit disappointed by the fact they threw away the game against Man United last week. I'm going to go for a draw. Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. Again, I think it'll be high scoring, probably similar to the Arsenal Palace game. So, Arsenal 2, Bournemouth 2. That would be my shout. LCFC Joey Badass, my little sister's first Leicester game today. Hopefully can win. Well, you should do, yeah. Leicester Southampton, that's a 3 o'clock kickoff. We'll keep updated on that one. We are going to watch Everton against Ipswich. That's the 3 o'clock we're gonna focus on. One of the final few games at Goodison Park. So we're going to watch that one and see how Everton get on against the Trotters. But I think Leicester probably do beat Southampton. Ahmet, half-time, Villa Park, 1-0. Yeah, big result for Villa, that one, if it stays as it is. Reece gone back to the Luton game. West Brom are all over us. Oh, God. Alex A, who do you think is winning the Championship? Well, as it stands, Burnley. Leeds are playing a lot better, apparently, in the first half at Plymouth. After going a goal down, it does seem like Leeds are coming back into it. So, it's going to take a big second half from Leeds. They're going to have to do something to try and get back in front. And maybe hope that Millwall and Burnley stays as it is, 1-1. It feels like there's just so much that can happen in this second half. It's so unpredictable. The battle at the bottom, I think, is done now, sadly. I think Luton are going down. And I really did think that Borough... why do I keep saying Borough? It's because I'm watching Borough. I really did think that Hull would struggle away at Fratton Park. But as it stands, Hull are staying up. They're 1-0 up at Fratton Park. No Skill Aaron, who's the top talents from the teams coming up that Prem teams could look to buy? Top talents from the teams coming up. Well, I think if teams are coming up, they tend to stay with the teams that are coming up, don't they? They tend to stick with them. So, you look at Burnley, I think Josh Brownhill is probably a player that a lot of teams would have taken a gamble on if Burnley hadn't come up. The same could be said with Leeds. You'd look at maybe Tanaka. You'd look at Nonto as well. Nonto was linked with a number of Premier League clubs. I don't know about Pirro, but Nonto certainly was. And Tanaka, yeah, absolutely. Gruev, I think, has done all right in midfield for Leeds as well. The centre-backs, I know Rodon's been at Spurs in the past. He's done really well this season, I think. Ampadu, all right, but I don't think Ampadu's necessarily a Prem player. The players, the talents that Premier League clubs will target will probably be from the teams that just miss out. Like, for example, Finn Azaz at Middlesbrough. Like, for example, maybe... I guess it depends if Sunderland ever do come up. If Sunderland don't come up, then yeah, Chris Rigg, Joe Bellingham, players like that. If Sheffield United don't come up, maybe someone comes in for Campbell, maybe for Amadojic, for someone like that. There's a lot of players I think could come up to Premier League clubs if their team doesn't quite make it. But for the teams that have already been promoted, I don't think Tanaka's going to leave Leeds. I don't think Burnley are going to sell Brownhill or any of their players that they need to keep hold of, because they'll be desperately determined to try and keep them to stay up in the Prem. JB8, what do you think of Burnley? Solid defensive outfit. I think they could stay up in the Prem. Yeah, I think they could stay up. I think Scott Parker's learned his lesson. He was a bit cavalier and a bit of a maverick when he was at Bournemouth. Took too many risks, I think, trying to play out from the back and play quite a high line. He just got punished. His system, his setup, his tactics did not work at all at Burnley. At Bournemouth. At Burnley, he's become a bit more pragmatic. He's become a little bit more robust in his defence and a bit more stubborn. And they've had a really good defence all season, one of the best in the Championship. So I imagine Burnley will be okay coming up to the Prem. I think they can have that low block. They can be organised. They can hold their shape very well. Try and close off those passing lanes. It's just whether or not Burnley can adapt and score enough goals in the Prem. Ben Hughes, 453. Borough's form has been awful since they sold Lath. But yeah, Borough's not been quite right for a good while, have they? They've been a little bit off it. If they were to sneak in today, I'm not sure they'd win in the playoffs anyway. I think Sunderland or Sheffield United or even Bristol City, whoever it might be, all of them would beat them. All of them. That guy Jack, I'm back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Brinnar, the tractor boys, not the trotters. I know, I don't know why I said the trotters. I knew that as soon as I'd said it. The trotters. Oh, honestly, I've not had a great night's sleep. Forgive me. The trotters. The trotters. The tractor boys. Sorry, Bryn. Well, you called me on that one. Ben Hughes, Pirro is like Havertz. Absolutely. Yeah, in the style of play at least. Maybe not quite as good. But I know what you're saying. He can hold it up. He can drop deep. He can come back and sort of get in. And you know, Havertz's goal record is probably overplayed slightly. He does still have about a 1-in-2 record. But he's not as prolific as you'd like him to be from an Arsenal centre-forward. And he has cost them in games, hasn't he? Missing big chances. And I feel like it'll be the same with Leeds. With Pirro, I think that, you know, they need a centre-forward that can drop in and cause a bit of chaos. But then if you've got that, you need your wide players to contribute big numbers, don't you? And they just don't often. Nonto has done quite well this summer, this season. Manor Solomon too. But Manor Solomon, you know, he didn't do it in the Premier League. Could he do it for Leeds? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Ed Rosenthal, Plymouth Argyle wins Leeds. Well, they're certainly winning at the minute, yeah. Bulldozer, Everton are going to go in for Rhian Brewster, another Sheffield United forward that can't score. Hey, we've got a sell-on fee for him. We've got I think we get 5 or 10% of whatever Sheffield United sell him for. I'm sure we do. John M, 19810, play up Sky Blues. Coventry doing really, really well, aren't they? I tell you what, the Millwall goal that they conceded to Josh Brownhill there, I've just watched it back. They were quite unlucky, Millwall. It will be absolutely devastating for Bristol City if they lose out. If Borough or Blackburn or Millwall manage to get a win. As it stands, Coventry are 5th, Burnley are champions, Bristol City are 6th, and it will only take a Millwall or a Blackburn goal. Or a Borough goal. Millwall, Blackburn or Borough. If any of them, well no, Borough need 2 obviously, but a Millwall or a Blackburn goal, and Bristol City will drop out of the playoffs on the final day. Goodness gracious me. Alex A, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Alex. Yeah, Liverpool fan. I say it every time. I know it's boring for some people, but I've supported Liverpool all my life. 30, 35 years. Used to go all the games. Home and away. Been to big games in Europe. Finals. Everything. Watched Liverpool over the years. Now I've got a little girl and a family and a wife. And yeah, you can't afford it. I can't afford to go home and away watching Liverpool anymore. So I watch the games with you here on Premier League Dad. We do watch-alongs every single day. Doesn't matter who it is, we watch games of football here. So we're watching Coventry against Borough right now. At 3 o'clock, we're watching Everton against Ipswich. At 5:30, we're watching Arsenal against Bournemouth. At 7:45, we're watching Inter Milan against Hellas Verona. And then tomorrow, we're doing Rangers against Celtic, 12 o'clock. 2 o'clock, Brighton against Newcastle. 4:30, Chelsea against Liverpool. And then 7:45 tomorrow night, Bologna against Newcastle. Bologna against Juventus. They both played in black and white. You know what I'm saying. Bologna against Juventus. John M, Coventry for the win. I do think Coventry are going to get the win here. Yeah, I think it's almost certainly Coventry for the win. Borough have to throw the kitchen sink at Coventry now in the second half, don't they? They have to throw it, and they have to really go for it. Whether or not Coventry are going to relent. Borough have looked quite dangerous on the counter-attack, I've got to say. There's Finn Azaz just come out early and warming up. They've got to have a really big second half, Borough, to try and get back into this. An early goal in the second half would be just the tonic for them. Whittaker's been a little restrained as well. He's not been his usual self, has he? Usually see him bombing down that right wing and cutting in on his left. Just hasn't quite done it today. Alex A up the Gers. John M in our Coventry home. Thank you to everyone watching on YouTube right now, by the way. If you want the full experience, the full Premier League Dad experience with the scoreboard, the clock and all that stuff, with the better camera angle and the better audio, get over to YT. Don't like saying it too much on TikTok in case I get shadow banned, but if you head over there, you can get a slightly better, well, a much better, I would argue, much better watching experience if you're planning to stay with us for the second half. We're going to keep everyone updated, obviously, on all the other goals that are going in across the Premier League. Aston Villa against Fulham, still 1-0. And everything else that's happening as well. Bristol City 0, Preston 1, Burnley 1, Millwall 1, Derby and Stoke 0-0 still. None of that really matters, Derby and Stoke, as long as Luton are getting beat. Luton getting beat 3-1 at the Hawthorns. They need to go and get something there as well. Loads riding on these second halves. We're off already at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United and Blackburn back underway. This one is just about to get back underway as well. Coventry players coming out the tunnel. Now or never for both of these teams. Right, so Coventry and Middlesbrough. Who was it who set him up? Sakamoto it was, wasn't it? Sakamoto down the right-hand side. He's been quite a good signing for Coventry, hasn't he? Quite a good signing since he's come in. Was it Belgium they signed him from? Somewhere in Belgium. But yeah, he's done quite well. Alex A, who do you think's winning the Old Firm? Celtic, I think, sadly. Again, maybe Rangers do change tack a little bit. I mean, they've got Barry Ferguson up there now. Maybe they can show a bit more than they would have done earlier in the season under Philippe Clement. But I don't know. Celtic have got the title in the bag. Maybe this is just an opportunity for them to kick some lumps out of Celtic at Ibrox. So either way, I'm gonna enjoy watching the Old Firm tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So if that's your thing, doing watch-alongs, if you like this sort of thing, then yeah, give us a follow. Get onto YouTube, give us a follow over there as well. We're off here now. I've just got the clock back updated and live. We're back synced up with everything. M157, I've started really enjoying watching you as well as the games. Oh, cheers, mate. That's very nice of you to say. Very, very nice of you to say. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. You're a lovely fella. I assume you're a fella. I don't know, actually. Got plenty of ladies who watch us as well. I don't think it's for the eye candy, I've got to be honest. But plenty of ladies out who watch us. Right, Borough passing it around at the back here. They've started quite high, I guess. Coventry sitting back and trying to just take the sting out of Borough. It feels like they've had a rollicking at half time, as you'd expect. Got to come out and leave everything on the pitch here, lads. 45 minutes left of your season as it stands. You're not going to be in the playoffs. Go out there and absolutely give your everything. Because next week, you might be lay on a beach watching the playoffs. That would be some talk, wouldn't it? If you were a Middlesbrough player. If Aston Villa won, Fulham won. Aston Villa, Fulham have equalised. Who scored it? Who scored it? And what does that mean as well at the top? I think that's got to mean that Fulham... Fulham go back above Brighton into 8th. And Villa now would be 2 points off a Champions League place, but they'll have played a game more than Forest and Chelsea. M157, yeah, I am a fella. Get ready with Jem, we like the icon. Oh, here we go. That is my wife, by the way, in the chat, I should say. I don't know why she's watching me, the creep. Sorry, sweetheart. You know I love you. Jake, get in Fulham. Yeah, Fulham winning. Or Fulham getting level with Aston Villa. Here's Hadji Wright down the left-hand side for Coventry, mind. That would have to be Villa out of the Champions League spots now, wouldn't it? I can't see him getting back in it if they draw against Fulham. Hadji Wright down the left-hand side. As we said, that was a key battle. He's getting the better of Dijksteel already. Oh, and Coventry are winning all the second balls. Borough are now winning it too. It's a proper scrap here now. This is better. This is better. Start of the second half's already seeing a bit more. Oh, that wasn't really good from Hackney. Not good enough. Not good enough. Oh no, it's been ruled out. It's been ruled out. Aston Villa and Fulham. The Fulham goal has been chalked off for handball. It's been chalked off. And Watford have scored as well. Moussa Sissoko's equalised for Watford against Sheffield Wednesday. Not that there's anything that really matters. Oh my God! Oh my God! Stop the press. Sheffield United 0, Blackburn 1. Sheffield United 0, Blackburn 1. And Blackburn, as it stands, I think Blackburn might well be in the playoff spots. I think they might be in the playoff spots. They are. Blackburn are 6th. We might have Ewood Park in the Premier League. As it stands, Blackburn are winning at Bramhall Lane. Oh my goodness me. Oh, it was Ohashi. Ohashi scored for Blackburn at Bramhall Lane. I can't believe it. Brett Grant, I think a lot of it is to do with how you interact with everyone. People feel listened to, mate. And we talk about everything on this as well. We talk football, as you know, but look, we've all got families, we've all got jobs, we've all got stuff going on in life. Football's an escape from that, isn't it? So we have a nice chat about everything on this channel. We will talk rubbish about football as well, but I don't mind having a chat about anything. Hotspur Army 1882, good to see you, mate. How you doing? Hotspur Army, someone fill me in what's going on. So basically, Coventry are in here, chance. Oh, it's Coventry 1, Middlesbrough 0, right? It's the final day of the Championship, mate. It's the final day of the Championship. And there are, every game that's playing, pretty much, there's consequences at the top and the bottom end of the table. As it stands, Plymouth are beating Leeds. Plymouth are already relegated. They're beating Leeds at home park, which means that Burnley could well lift the title. Burnley are drawing with Millwall 1-1 at Turf Moor. Millwall need to score in order to get in the playoffs. Bristol City, who are in the playoffs, they're losing at home to Preston, who need to win to stay up. So Preston are winning at Ashton Gate. Bristol City have now dropped out of the playoff places that they've been in for ages by virtue of the fact that Blackburn have just scored at Bramhall Lane. So now it's Coventry and Blackburn in the playoffs. Bristol City are dropping out. Millwall, they're not quite getting it done. It's all going off. It is all going off here. What a day of football. What a day of football. Oh my goodness gracious me. Coventry are about to pump this long. Round the goalkeeper. Wilson knocks it into the Borough half. Yeah, still plenty of time, I think, for Borough. They'll have to. I mean, they've got to be patient. They've got to start making some inroads and getting forward. They've still not hurt Coventry in this second half. We're 7 minutes in. You would have thought they would have come out and thrown the kitchen sink at them, but we've not really seen that yet. Plymouth 1, Leeds 1. There we go. That comeback that we thought was going to happen is starting to happen. Plymouth 1. Plymouth already down. We thought Plymouth would make a game of that today, and Sam Byram scored an own goal to put Leeds behind. Plymouth 1, Leeds 0. Leeds have just equalised. So now, as it stands, Leeds are winning the Championship. Willie Gnonto has scored. So as it stands, Burnley now need to score. Burnley now need to score against Millwall and hope that Leeds stay level at Plymouth in order to win the Championship. Leeds have gone back to the top of the table. It's a corner for Borough here. Van Ewijk put it behind. It's a corner to Borough. Finnazaz winning the corner. FM No Casuals, Bristol City, haha. Hotspur Army, if only the Prem was this exciting. Listen, the Prem's still got a few games left to run. It can still be exciting. I think those final... Look, we're going to see Nottingham Forest against Chelsea on the final day. There's going to be something riding on that, I'm telling you. One of those two might get the Champions League. One of those might be in the Europa League. We'll see. Be yourself, Dylan. Luton going down. Certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, does look like it. Portsmouth 1, Hull 1. Oh my God. Just as we said that. Portsmouth 1, Hull 1. And that changes things at the bottom, because now, if Luton can get an equaliser, if Luton can score, they still need to score 2, mind. They do still need to score 2. But it means that if they can get a point, they don't need to win anymore at the Hawthorns. They still need to equalise. If they don't, there is a world where Luton can get beat. If Portsmouth can get one more, they could save Luton. Portsmouth could save Luton by virtue of the fact if they beat Hull. It's 1-1 at Fratton Park at the minute. Sadie has just scored for Portsmouth. And it's 1-1 there. And as it stands, Luton are going down level on points with Hull. A Portsmouth goal keeps Luton up. Luton scoring 2 keeps Luton up. There's still 40 minutes left. There's loads going on here. Loads going on. Ed Rosenthal, 1-1 leads. Jake Curtin, the Prem's entertaining enough for me. Hadji Wright getting into the area. There's a claim for the handball there. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. Thank God. And do you know what? There's a little bit of the fact that there's no VAR in the Championship. Like, it's frustrating, I'm sure, when there's clear decisions ruled out. But there's a little bit of excitement as well. I feel like as a football fan, did you feel like this as well? If VAR doesn't exist, you can celebrate goals, because if they go in, they go in. It's in, it doesn't matter. There's no check after it. There's no, he might be onside, or he might be offside, or, did it hit his hand, or anything. No, there's no check after every single goal. It feels like you're not half celebrating every goal. If a goal goes in, it's a goal. It doesn't matter. So, I actually quite like the Championship. I always find it much more exciting. Hotspur Army, I really feel for Luton. Well, I mean, Luton were a Premier League team last season. They might well be a League One side by the end of this afternoon. How mad's that? That shows you how quickly things can fall apart for your club. Be yourself, Dylan. Blackburn for the playoffs. Madness. I would quite like to see Wood Park back in the Premier League. I've got to say, I would like to see Blackburn back in the Prem. Good Premier League side, Blackburn. FM No Casuals. I honestly don't know how Blackburn are in contention. Oh, and that's it. There you go. There's been another goal at the Hawthorns. West Brom are now getting... They've done it. West Brom 4, Luton 1. Luton are all aboard the Portsmouth bus. Basically, if Portsmouth beat Hull, Luton are safe. But Luton can't stay up now unless Portsmouth beat Hull. They need a goal from Portsmouth to save them. They need a goal from Portsmouth. Ball into the box here. Coventry with the flick on. Swansea 2, Oxford United 1. Cardiff have scored as well against Norwich. 10-man Cardiff. They're already down, but they have scored against Norwich. It would be a penalty for them. Big fella, Stoke City up the Potters. Ed Rosenthal, what you think about this game? Everton versus Ipswich. We're going to do that next, yeah. Everton versus Ipswich is the next watch-along we're doing. So if you fancied watching us, doing the watch-along for that with us, we're going to stay live for Everton v Ipswich. As soon as this game finishes, we'll do obviously a little wrap-up at the end of the game to talk about what's happened. It's obviously going to be a mad finish. We'll talk through everything that's occurred and where everyone finished the season in the Championship, and then we'll switch over to Everton against Ipswich. Brett Grant, I ask every time, one day you will say yes. Oh, listen, I promise you I won't. I can't say yes. You're asking me to do something that'll get the channel banned. And I'll lose everything. I'll lose everything that I've worked hard for on this channel. So no, I can't do it, mate. I'd love to. You know I would. Oh, Sheffield United 1, Blackburn 1. It's an equaliser at Bramall Lane. That might be a decisive one. Chance for Borough. Oh, has he saved it? Oh my God, what a save from the keeper. Has he missed it more like, actually, from the Borough centre forward? Jesus Lord. That should have been 1-1. That really should have been 1-1 there from Borough. That's a corner. It's a corner. Corner to Borough. Jesus Lord. Be yourself, Dylan. Sheffield United equalised. Brett Grant, come on, lad. We won't tell anyone. Hey, it only takes one, mate. It only takes one. I know you wouldn't. You seem sound as out, but no. Sadly, it only takes one. Borough with the corner. Cleared away by Cov. All the way back to Mark Travers in the Middlesbrough goal. Banter. Oh, Bristol City Bristol City 0, Preston 2. Bristol City 0, Preston 2. That's it. That's another one. Done and dusted. I think Preston are safe, and Bristol City, they're just going to be hoping now that that Blackburn and Millwall don't score. I'll tell you what, yeah, Finn Azaz has just smashed the ball at the goalkeeper from 10 yards out. Chance, good save. Wilson keeping him out again. West Brom 5, Luton 1. That's another one. West Brom showing their early season promotion form today against Luton. And now it's very much just about whether or not Hull can lose points, drop points at Fratton Park to keep Luton up. Here's Borough from distance. Oh, nah, you're not getting a corner for that. Goal kick to Coventry. 30 minutes left here. Football is life. Show us the game. Can't do it, mate. Sorry. You'll get me channel banned. Football is life. Come on, Borough. Borough going to win 4-1. Got half an hour to find 2 goals. I think you'd find every Borough fan would be delighted with just 2 goals. They need 2. They need 2. Bristol City getting beat. 2-0 at home. A Blackburn goal, a Millwall goal, or a Borough win here changes it all. Those Borough fans looking nervous. They're looking anxious in the crowd. Cameras panning around them. They're all biting the nails. They're not quite sure what to do, what to think of here. Be yourself, Dylan. Bristol City still in the playoffs. Yeah, they are as it stands. That Sheffield United equaliser from Amadodzic. Oh, Hadji Wright fires it across goal. Whew, very nearly. Very, very nearly 2-0 Coventry there. It was through the legs of Samuel Illing Jr. and wide. Football is life. We're going to win. Never. Never what? As it stands, Bristol City are. Bristol City are still in those playoff places, mate, yeah. Sub-stub, the game's gone a bit dead. Well, I don't know if I agree with you, no, Sub-stub. I think Middlesbrough have actually had, what, 2 quite good chances in the last 10 minutes. Finn Azaz hitting that straight at the keeper from 6 yards out. He has to score. He has to score. And if Borough could have picked one player for that to fall to as well, it would have been Finn Azaz. The form that he's been in, the way that he's played all season. Here's Borough driving forward. They're in the box here. Good play around the edge of the area. Chance. Finn Azaz. Good play by Coventry getting back and clearing it away. I think it was Sheaf there at the back. Borges. Here's Samuel Illing Jr. Shot! Oh, Azaz again. Another shot. That's 3 shots on target just in the last 5-6 minutes from Borough. All from Finn Azaz. Luton again, absolutely hammered. Yeah, absolutely right, Reese. Swansea 2, Oxford 2. Helix just scored. It's a lovely day there in Coventry, isn't it? The sun is absolutely beaming. Osmajic it was who scored the second for Preston at Ashton Gate. West Brom 5, Luton 2. The comeback's on, Reese. The comeback is on. Luton might just be able to salvage something there at the Hawthorns. 5-2, half an hour left. They still need 3. But why not? Sub-stub, they need Iheanacho. Yeah, I do think Borough will bring some changes on in the second half here. They're going to have to bring someone on. Force, maybe Iheanacho. They're probably the 2 you'd look to, wouldn't it? Burnley 2, Millwall 1. And as it stands, the title is heading. The title is heading to Turf Moor. Again. Burnley with the goal. It was Clark who scored it, and Leeds, who are still only 1-1 against Plymouth. It's going to Burnley. Burnley are gonna lift the championship here. Leeds need a goal. Leeds are desperate for a goal. Oh, goodness gracious me. What a day. What an afternoon of football. Jadon Anthony it was who scored for Burnley, not Clark. Hotspur Army, Championship crazy. FM No Casuals told you Derby versus Stoke, mate. You did. And what did I say to you? You said Derby v Stoke, and I said, I guarantee you that'll be 0-0. We've only ever had one 0-0 on this channel, and that'll be a 0-0. And I was right. I'm very rarely right, but I was right on that occasion. But hey, both of them are quite happy with a point, aren't they? It's all on Luton as it stands, unless Portsmouth can nick it. There's going to be a late goal. This is the mad thing. There's going to be a late goal, and it's just going to change everything in the last minute. I'm telling you. I don't know whether it's going to come at the top or the bottom, or maybe both. But there's going to be a late goal, definitely. Norwich 4, Cardiff 1. Duffy. Sub-stub, Leeds don't deserve it, I don't think. Well, whether they deserve it or not, a Leeds goal in the last minute would certainly change things, wouldn't it? That'd be the one that would end it. FM No Casuals, we both knew it was a banker. Hotspur Army, who do you think's winning the championship? Who do I think's winning the championship? I think Leeds are going to get a second at Plymouth. Yeah. I think Leeds are going to get a second. Right, Neto Borges off for Middlesbrough. Delano Bergzorg's coming on. Bergzorg to see if he can maybe do something a bit special to try and get Borough back into this. They need to. They need to. Figueroa Daniel, Derby County. Yep, Derby County managing to stay in the division. How big was that win the other week for Derby? Really, really big win for them. And obviously, to be honest, when we saw Luton against Derby the other week and Luton got the big win at Pride Park, I really thought that might put Derby in trouble. But no, it seems like they've recovered quite well. Morris, how's it going, mate? Going really well, mate. Going really, really well, yeah. Loving the championship action today. We're live again straight after this for Everton and Ipswich. Then after that, Arsenal, Bournemouth. And then tonight we're doing Inter Milan against Hellas Verona. So, big, big day of football here. Watch-alongs, 4 watch-alongs today. 4 watch-alongs tomorrow. We do watch-alongs every single day. And I'm loving it, yeah. Really, really good. Really exciting. Gorsey, nice shirts in the back, lad. Cheers, mate. Thank you. It's not really a collection, honestly. It's just, I guess, what I've acquired over the years. It's not anything really deliberate, but it's far more than that. There's bloody loads of it. My wife is going nuts for me to get rid of some shirts. Figueroa Daniel, Derby County live. They're not live here, buddy. They're not live here. Alfie Ward, who's going up? As it stands, Bristol City have scored against Preston. It's 2-1. Could Bristol City get an equaliser now? Borough with the shot from distance. Blocked. Tommy Conway gets it away. Borough pressing. They're really pressing here now. Dykesteel. Gorsey, what's the favourite shirt you got there right now? 1 second. Coventry are away here down the left. Hadji Wright. Oh, he's riding his luck. Shot from distance. Good save. Very good save from Travers. And Middlesbrough clear just about. Whew. Brett Grant, if you all love City, press like. What shirt? I've got a lot of nice shirts, mate. I've got a lot of nice shirts. But the one that I always say when people ask me which one that I like the most, it would probably be this one. Yeah, it would be that one. Totti, Roma. Proper Roma shirt. Love it. Great, great shirt. So yeah, just... I've got loads. I've got absolutely loads that I've just got lying around that I've acquired over the years. I like my Boca Juniors shirt as well. Got a Malaga shirt behind me. Jake, you have over 100 shirts. Of course, you're a collector. Yeah, but they're not like... I used to be that divvy who turned up to football training in like a different shirt every week. It was one of them. I just liked the novelty of going and being in a different shirt. Saying, what are you wearing this week, Key? Sort of thing. I'd rock up in a Parma shirt or something like that. I don't know. I quite liked it, and I quite liked it. So I wouldn't say that it's a collection. Borough with a chance. Oh, he missed it again. Bergzorg over the bar. That's huge. That's a massive chance for Borough. Oh yeah, you can see the Borough fans are really, really gutted about that one. If he keeps that down, the keeper doesn't really move. Big opportunity. Sub-stub, hopefully not. Play up Sky Blues. Borough are really pressing here. They are pressing. Last 20 minutes. Go see Captain Totti. Proper player was Totti. Yeah, cracking player, wasn't he? I liked that Roma side as well. Ellis Sims going off for Coventry. Brandon Thomas Asante coming on. What is a collection then? Well, I would always I would associate a collection with maybe people who go out to deliberately, well, like you think of like a stamp collector. You know, people who go out and deliberately look for a certain type of stamp. But I guess I was deliberately looking to acquire certain shirts. So I guess it is a collection. Yeah, I don't know. But and I don't even wear them anymore. So I can't even say, yeah, all right, maybe it is a collection. I guess I don't want the label of being a shirt collector. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that guy. I've got a big collection of football shirts, but they're not, I wouldn't say like, yeah, I don't know. I'm talking out my arse, sorry. Brett, I predict a goal from Coventry in the next 5 minutes. Well, that'd kill it off, wouldn't it? That really would kill it off. We've not had any goals, really, across the league for the last few minutes. Nothing that would sort of change events at the top or the bottom. Preston are still winning at Ashton Gate. Bristol City 1, Preston 2. Bristol City have equalised, as I say that. Bristol City have equalised. And that might just end everything now. That might just end it all. Because, as it stands, Bristol City are going back above... No, they're not going back above Coventry. They're not going back above Coventry. Oh, but a Blackburn goal. Millwall are getting beat. The only thing that can change is Leeds getting a win at Plymouth. Could take the title to home park. Coventry with a shot off the post. Jesus, Thomas Asante with the shot from distance. Coventry very nearly going 2 up there. And Borough on the counter-attack. That's a yellow card for Coventry. Yeah, so Bristol City have equalised. Borough are not in any chance now. Borough can't. Even if Borough were to turn this round, could they, actually? Yeah, they would actually, wouldn't they? If Borough were to turn this round, then they could. But that feels like it's hurt Borough's chances a little bit. Bristol City getting the equaliser. And Coventry here. 3-on-1 for Coventry. Hadji Wright must be. Great tackle that. Who was that? Who was that at the back for Borough? It was 3 against 1 there. And Hadji Wright, all he had to do was square it. All he had to do was square it to Asante. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. I don't know who that is that tackles from the back from Borough. Let's have a look. It's Howson. I thought it was Johnny Howson. It's a great tackle. A proper last-ditch tackle, that, from Johnny Howson. Howson's been brilliant. Coventry whipping it in. Foul on Borough off the corner. Still 15 minutes to go here, plus added time. FM No Casuals warned you about Sunderland, eh? You did, yeah, you did. You said all along, don't back Sunderland. Honestly, I've been, for about the last 3 weeks, I've stayed away from Sunderland since you said that. But I did lose probably 2 or 3 hackers where I did back them. Thinking, yeah, Sunderland aren't going to go into the playoffs having, you know, somehow lost like 6 games on the spin. But that is pretty much the position that Sunderland are in, aren't they? They've been dreadful for weeks and weeks and weeks. Borough aren't giving up here, though. Borough are not giving up. They're still driving forward. Is that a foul? No, Whittaker wanted a fouler at the edge of the area. He's not getting it. Coventry knock it long, and they're in behind here. Here's Thomas Asante. Cuts in. Oh, it's good play. Unlucky. Cleared away by Borough. Figueroa Daniel, can you stream Derby County? I can't watch it in my hometown. I can't, Daniel. I'm sorry. I can't. This is the game that we've committed to, Daniel, so we're going to stick with this one. Derby County are absolutely fine, by the way. They're staying up. They're okay. Derby County is all right. They're going to be fine. Tommy Conway hobbling. Oh my God. Borough are in. Bergzorg. Oh, the flag went up. Oh. I think he timed his run all right there, actually. Let's have a look. Well, Borough are going to have to make a change. Tommy Conway's limping. He looks like he's going to have to come off. Oh, yeah, that was a nasty tackle. It was a little bit nasty, that, from Van Ewyck. Yeah, not good. Not good. Thank you for sharing the live, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's my mod, by the way. That's the only way I can moderate the stream, because I can't do it with the actual Premier League dad account. I know a few people have said they'd quite like to be mods. Hotspur Army, Leeds goal ruled out. See, well, there you go. Leeds are putting pressure on, aren't they? Leeds are putting a lot of pressure on. So, if they do get a goal, then all of a sudden it changes things up at Turf Moor. Burnley winning against Millwall. That means Millwall's Premier League dream is over for this season. Borough losing here. It really does just depend on whether Blackburn can do something. If Blackburn score, could they? ZS, Derby or Stoke. Still 0-0. It's still 0-0, that one. Yeah, if it finishes, if Blackburn were to get a winner, let's say, against Sheffield United, what would happen? They would go level on points with Bristol City. There you go. If Blackburn do score, then they go in the playoffs again. And they would finish ahead of Bristol City on goal difference. As it stands, Bristol City are on +4. Blackburn are on +5. So, literally a +1 goal difference. Well, it would be +2, wouldn't it? Because they'd have to score. +2 goal difference would take Blackburn up if they were to score at Bramall Lane. Big Blackburn goal that could be. Ball into the box. Coventry chance. Hit it. Hit it must be. Oh, it's a block on the line. How's it staying out here? Radoni, what's going on? Chance. Hadji right. Save. It's a claim for the handball. They're not getting it. Thomas Asante very nearly scoring there. It's a block pretty much on the line. Oh, here we go. Might be a red card here. Radoni. Is it Radoni and Vandenberg? Jack Radoni. Still 1-0 at Villa Park, by the way. Fulham's goal ruled out earlier today for a handball. So it's still 1-0 to Villa, which takes them up to 7th. Well, they're still in 7th, but they're level on points with Forest and Chelsea. Forest play on Monday against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. And obviously Chelsea play tomorrow against Liverpool. We'll be live tomorrow for that one. Liverpool away at Stamford Bridge, getting their first guard of honour of the season as champions. So Villa will be very much hoping that Palace gets something and Liverpool gets something at Stamford Bridge to get them right back into that Champions League race. That would be a big, big thing for them, wouldn't it? Ryan, do you think Blackburn will get the playoffs? I don't know, mate. It's hard. They've got to score one in the next 10 minutes at Bramall Lane. They've got to get a goal, and I really don't know. It's going to be tough. Here's Borough flying forward on the right-hand side. Whittaker cuts in on his left. Shot! Off the post! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, it's all going off here. Borough keep it in as well. It's all going off. Cross into the box. Flick on. Bergzorg. Cross into the box. Cleared away. It's absolute chaos here in the Coventry penalty area. Shot. It's gone out. Could be a corner. No, Coventry clear it. Oh my days. What is happening? Wojciech, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Are you doing the Newcastle match tomorrow against Brighton? Yes, I am. That's the one to watch tomorrow. Whittaker just hitting the post there. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We're doing the Old Firm first. We're doing Celtic and Rangers first. And then as soon as that finishes, we'll switch over to Newcastle and Brighton. So, or rather, Brighton and Newcastle, because it's at the Amex. So yeah, we will be live for that one tomorrow. Make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you give us a like on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, on X. Wherever it is that you're watching this right now, we're live across them all. Make sure you go and give us a like. As I say, TikTok get the special camera angle with my phone. The other ones get the nice camera angle with the nice audio and the nice, the banner of the, whatever it's called, scoreboard. That's what I was looking for. That was the word I was going for. M157, are you going to be live for the games later? Yes, mate. I'm live all day today. I've been live from what time did we start this? 11:30. So live from 11:30 today to about maybe 10 o'clock tonight. With it finishing against Hellas Verona, Inter and Hellas Verona. But we're live, live at Everton and Ipswich. Everton v Ipswich after this. Then Arsenal Bournemouth. Then Inter v Hellas Verona tonight in Serie A. M157, perfect. I'll be on later then as well. Good man. ZS, what match watch you? Coventry against Middlesbrough. Coventry 1, Middlesbrough 0. That's the game we're watching right now. It's been a great game. It really has been a great game. I know it's only 1-0, but it has been a fantastic game. Really, really enjoyable watch. Just whether or not Borough can turn this round. They hit the post just a minute or two ago. Could Borough potentially turn this round? Wouldn't be surprising. It really wouldn't. Oh, Coventry getting into the area here. Great chance. Good bit of defending again. Borough have been much better defensively. Much, much better defensively. I tell you, for them to not even score a goal here would be poor. They've hit the post. They've created chances. They would be disappointed, I think, to go here and not even really lay a glove on Coventry, which it does feel like. No skill Aaron. Where is Decore? Is Decore not playing? Cheers for that, Bryn. Cheers. Where is Decore? I don't know. We'll do the lineups of the Everton game in a minute. We are gonna switch over to Goodison Park as soon as the game finishes here. Bradwin de Gerda. Leeds don't want to score. Well, as it stands, Burnley are going to lift the Championship title. Burnley are going to lift the Championship title. Brett Grant, 2-0 City. Coventry to score in the last minute. Both teams have had lots of chances. Both teams have hit the post multiple times. Like, it's been a proper game, this. They've both had a really good go. I just would have thought we'd have had more goals in it. Hadji Wright, done well there. Vandenberg gets it away. Throw in to Borough. Don't know why it's a throw in to Borough there. That should have been a throw in to Coventry. But he's given it. Bryn R and Dye, Alcatraz and McNeil. Better up front. Okay. Is Michael Keane at centre-back? Or has he gone Jake O'Brien and Patterson at right-back? Brett, we are more hungry. I think Coventry are pretty much happy as it is, aren't they? Coventry are happy with the lot. If they finish 1-0, as it stands, they're going up to 5th. They're playing Sunderland instead of Sheffield United. So, you would argue they might feel a bit better about it, especially with the way that Sunderland's form has been recently. You might prefer to play Sunderland over Sheffield United. Here's Borough. Chance here. Shot. Must be. Hit it. What are you doing? Oh, it's a penalty. Must be, ref. That should have been a penalty to Borough. Should have been a penalty. Oh, and Coventry are away at the other end. Coventry are away 1-on-1 at the other end. Here's Thomas Asante. Chance here. Radoni. 2-0. 2-0. What's happened? It's that man again. It's Radoni. It's 2-0 Coventry. Oh my God, it's gone from one end to the other. It should have been a penalty to Borough, I thought. The Borough players are up in arms. I can't believe it. Coventry have scored. It's 2-0. Coventry are assured they're into the Premier League. Or at least into the playoffs at least. Radoni, it's been that man again. He's had a proper day, hasn't he? Coventry City. Wow. That did look like a penalty though at the other end. But what a counter-attack. What a counter-attack. Flashy, it's not 2-0. It is 2-0. It is 2-0, mate. It is. Thomas Asante picks the ball up on the counter, wins the 50-50, plays it across into Radoni, and Radoni just sweeps it into the far corner. Great goal. Yeah, there was a one-on-one like that, very much similar to that earlier in the game. Hadji Wright got down the left-hand side, didn't pick his head up, didn't look into the middle to find Thomas Asante. This time, Thomas Asante breaks down the left, and he does find Radoni. Radoni taps it in. What a goal. Really good counter-attacking goal. And I think that finishes it off for Borough. That finishes it off for Coventry. That's the game done and dusted now. We've got 3 minutes left. Well, a minute and a half left plus injury time. Disappointing end to the season for Borough. Hotspur Army, does that put Coventry in the playoffs? Yes, it does, yeah. It puts Coventry in the playoffs and it puts them into 5th position, which means that unless Bristol City score against Preston at Ashton Gate, it means that Coventry are playing Sunderland in the playoffs, not Sheffield United. And how decisive could that be? How decisive could that be? Could that mean that Coventry get a better shot at the final? You probably, as I said, you probably would prefer to play Sunderland over 2 legs than Sheffield United. I think you're playing Sheffield United on a one-off game, you could beat them. Sheffield United home and away, they're in a decent little run of form. Tough. Going to Bramall Lane, tough. I think Sunderland, the form that they're in, they've had a really bad run of it over the last 5 or 6 weeks. I think Coventry could do something there. You never know. Couple of changes here for Coventry. Con 265-434. Get in, can't wait. In the USA, but get in, play up Sky Blues. Nice, Con. Good to have you on the chat, mate. Another one we've had from around the world. We've got people watching from Vietnam, Australia, and the USA, just that I'm aware of now. This is wicked. This is wicked. Brett, what did I say? 2-0 Coventry last minute. You did. You called it, mate. 6 added minutes is what we've been given here. I don't know why my clock has somehow slowed down. I've got to catch it up now. There you go. Oh, that's why. There you go. Hotspur Army, Burnley winning it. Yeah, as it stands, Burnley are... Oh, Leeds have won it. Leeds have scored in the last minute. Plymouth 1, Leeds 2. They've done it. They've done it. Leeds have won it at Plymouth. They've won the title. They've won the title in the last minute. Oh, can't believe it. Kevin Campbell, Cov fan here in Germany. Good lad. Yes, we've got German fans as well. Leeds have won the title with the last kick of the game at Plymouth. 93rd minute. And who is it who scored? Who is it who scored? We're just waiting on that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Leeds have nicked it at the last minute. Watching Leeds at the moment, mate, God, they're awful, considering Coventry nearly won the FA Cup so they can win everything. Harry Bryan, Hull City update, please. As it stands, mate, Hull are still 1-1 with Portsmouth, which means that, as it stands, Hull are staying up. 94th minute. Oxford have just scored. It's Manor Solomon. Manor Solomon is the guy who's won the title for Leeds. He scored in the 92nd minute at Home Park. Leeds have nicked it. Leeds have won the title. And Burnley has scored as well. Burnley 3, Millwall 1. Swansea 3, Oxford 3. As it stands, we're in the 94th minute at Fratton Park. 94th minute at Fratton Park. As it stands, Hull are staying up on goal difference. It's finished Derby 0, Stoke 0. Both of those stay up. Both of those stay up. Luton are losing 5-3 at the Hawthorns against West Brom. And that defeat looks like it's about to take them down unless there is a goal at Fratton Park. If Portsmouth score against Hull, then Hull are going down. But only if. If Portsmouth score, Luton stay up. But that's all that's riding on it now. As it stands, Coventry and Bristol are certainly staying in the playoffs. The only thing that can change in the last minute really now is if Blackburn score at Bramall Lane or if Portsmouth score at Fratton Park. They are the two things that can change between now and we're literally in the last 60 seconds here of Championship football for this season before the playoffs. Coventry knocking it long, Asante Brown chasing it down. Middlesbrough just look flat here now. They know they're beaten. They're beaten. They're done and dusted. Harry Bryan, thank you, mate. No problem, Harry. Bryn, scenes at Leeds. Flashy. Ah, man, I hate Leeds. Brett Grant, what a roller coaster of a 90 minutes. It's been insane, honestly. We knew it was going to be a big day today, didn't we? We knew it was going to be a big day. We knew there was going to be loads of action, loads of permutations at the top, at the bottom end of the Championship. I'm so glad we did this one over the Villa Fulham game. I suspected the Championship would be where the action was today, and we've stuck with it. We've gone with the Championship over the Premier League, despite the channel's name. We've got 90 seconds left here at Coventry. Hotspur Army. Plymouth have just nearly scored. Blimey, if there's an equaliser at Plymouth, that really would set the cat amongst the pigeons, because then Burnley take the title. Flashy need a goal from Fulham. Who do you support, Flashy? Ball into the box from Borough. Cleared away. Shot from distance from Whittaker. Miles wide. Miles wide. Well, there you go. Manor Solomon might well be the hero. He's on loan at Leeds as well. He's only on loan, isn't he? Manor Solomon could be the hero for Leeds. I think that might just earn him a permanent move. Burnley won 3-1. Yeah, Burnley's finished now, I believe. Stoke need to do a big overhaul for the squad next year. Yeah. Villa's finished 1-0. Villa 1, Fulham 0. That's us done and dusted in that one. Burnley's finished. Derby and Stoke has finished. Every other game in the 97th minute, pretty much. 96th or 97th minute. We're in the final embers. Norwich 4, Cardiff 2, that's finished. Swansea 3, Oxford 3, that's finished. West Brom 5, Luton 3, that's finished. The game's finished at Luton and at West Brom, and as it stands, Luton are down. They're waiting. They're waiting for potentially a Portsmouth goal. Watford, Sheffield Wednesday's finished 1-1. That one's over and done with. Substub, thank you so much for your time and professional stream. I'll be back. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Thanks for the follow. Chance here for Coventry. Oh, good save. It's finished at Sunderland, 1-0 QPR. It's finished at Bristol, 2-2 with Preston. Michael Carrick and Frank Lampard just having a little hug on the touchline. I think that might be it here. But we're still ongoing at 3 other games where it could all still go off. Oh, it's finished. There you go. It's finished. Portsmouth 1, Hull 1. Hull stay up. Luton go down. Luton, a Premier League side last year, are relegated on the last day of the Championship. Luton go down to League One. Wowzers. Absolutely insane end to the season here. Middlesbrough aren't even going to get a goal for their supporters who've made the trip up north. It's finished here. 2-0 Coventry. That's finished. Coventry are in the playoffs. Middlesbrough will have to focus on next season now. It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing at Leeds. Still ongoing at Leeds. Let's just see. Can we get Leeds? Let's get Leeds on. Sheffield United and Blackburn also still ongoing. I'm going to switch over to Leeds very, very briefly to see the scenes once that one finishes. It's finished. Plymouth 1, Leeds 2. I can't turn it over quick enough. Get me to Leeds. Come on. Watch live. Yes. Plymouth Leeds. Get it on. Oh, look at them. They're on the pitch. The trophy lift is coming. Burnley have finished second in the Championship. Leeds have won the title. They're coming up as champions to the Premier League. Manor Solomon with a 92nd minute winner at Home Park. What an unbelievable finish to the season. And Danny Farker there just sat back, chilling. I think he's probably stunned. He doesn't know what's going on. It is still going on at Bramall Lane, by the way. We're in the 101st minute. 101st minute at Bramall Lane. If Blackburn were to get a winner, it could change again. Blackburn could be in the playoffs. We're still just waiting on the end of that game. No, it's finished. It's finished now. It's finished. That one's done. Just as I said it, it's blown up. So we now know the situation in the Championship. We can say for absolute certainty that Leeds are champions. Leeds are your champions in the Championship this season. Burnley finished second. The Championship playoffs will be Sheffield United against Bristol City, Sunderland against Coventry, Blackburn, Millwall, West Brom finishing ahead of Middlesbrough eventually, would you believe? So Blackburn, Millwall, West Brom and Borough all just missing out on the playoffs. And at the end of the season, Luton go down on the final day on goal difference. -14 Luton had. Hull on -9. So, yeah, goal difference keeping Hull up. They got a point at Fratton Park. Luton battered 5-3 at the Hawthorns. It was a spirited comeback, actually, from Luton, who were 5-1 down at one point. But yeah, big performance from West Brom there. Derby, Stoke, Oxford, all living to fight another day. Preston too. Preston getting a point at Ashton Gate. Who would have seen that happening? Aaron D, my Vietnamese friend, don't understand a word I am saying. Come on, thank you. Substub, go back to Coventry, lol. To be honest, we're going to be switching it off anyway in a minute. We are going to go to Goodison Park for Everton against Ipswich. Because we're all done and dusted here in the Championship. Reece Loughren, who's got relegated from the Championship. The 3 teams that have gone down, mate, are Cardiff, Plymouth and Luton. Cardiff, Plymouth and Luton all gone down. Yeah, and the 6 teams, well, Leeds and Burnley. Leeds are going up as champions. Burnley are automatic playoff promotion. And Sunderland, Sheffield United, Bristol City and Coventry are the 4 teams in the playoffs. The 2 playoff games are going to be played in the next couple of weeks, over 2 legs, of course. It's going to be Sheffield United playing Bristol City and Sunderland playing Coventry over 2 legs to see who meets in that playoff final for the final Premier League promotion spot. You can't make head nor tail of it. I really don't know who to put my money on that one. Any of those 4 really could come up. I think Bristol City will have a difficult job getting through. I think Coventry played quite well today. Coventry, there's a little bit of a spirit, isn't there, under Frank Lampard. So I'd quite like to see Coventry. Sunderland, I've got real concerns about. I don't think you can lose 5-6 games in a row going into a playoff battle and just be able to switch it back on like that. Doesn't happen. So I think Sunderland will probably struggle as well. So I actually think Coventry could well make it to the final, the playoff final, and I think it'll be them against Sheffield United. And on a one-off game, who knows what could happen. Sheffield United have been pretty terrible as well. I know they just missed out on an automatic spot, but yeah, my money would be on Coventry. As it stands, my money's on Coventry. Yeah. Reese, Hull went 11 at the back. I'm not surprised. Yeah, not surprised. Aaron, can you do a roundup? Champions promoted, playoff places and relegated. Yeah, we've just done that now, mate. Brett Grant celebration. Who do you fancy for the playoffs? Yeah, Coventry would be my shout. That would be my shout for the playoffs as it stands. Leeds are champions. What a season. Brett Grant, we all hate Leeds scum. Diego Maradona, it's at Plymouth, mate. Yeah, no, I know it's at Plymouth, it's at Home Park. Yeah. Dirty Leeds. Dirty Leeds. Necas 07, Man United winning the Europa League. I don't think they are. Come on, Spurs. Right. Chris Thompson, thanks, mate. See you in the Prem. All Leeds, aren't we? Get in. Good man, Chris. See you soon. Take it easy. See you on another one, hopefully. I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going to switch over to Everton against Ipswich Town in the Premier League. That kicks off at 3 o'clock. I'll start the stream for that one in about 5 to 10 minutes time, about 1:45. So if you want to come back, if you want to do a watch along of Everton, then come and join me. I'll be live on TikTok, on YouTube, on all the other places. Come and give us a follow. Come and give us a like. Make sure you click the button at the top here. Make sure you go over to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube, all those places. Go and give us a follow. Go and give us a subscribe. We are live doing watch-alongs every single day on this channel. We do the Championship, the Premier League, the Champions League, the Europa League. We're doing Serie A tonight, and we're doing the SPL tomorrow, the Old Firm game, Celtic against Rangers. We just love watching football on this channel. R&D, bloody Middlesbrough fan. I'm not a Middlesbrough fan, absolutely not. Not a Middlesbrough fan. I'm actually quite glad, to be fair, that Borough aren't coming up. Callum the Copite, Solomon doing an Aguero. I know, yeah. Man of Solomon nicking it at the end. What an unbelievable goal. What an unbelievable finish for Leeds. And they're loving it, all the Leeds fans. Do you know what? It's a little bit like... Leeds have obviously made a big trip down there to Plymouth. It's a tough place to get to, Plymouth, at the best of times. But they've made it all the way down to Plymouth. I remember not that long ago, I went to... Don't ask me why I was there as a Liverpool fan. It's a long story. But I was at Wigan versus Manchester United on the final day of the season. Manchester United needed to win to secure the Premier League title. Ryan Giggs scored, and United won the title. And they lifted the title at the DW Stadium that day. I was there for it. And I was obviously, it was a hate watch. I was cheering Wigan on from the stands. But it was mad because the Man United away end was packed. And Wigan is a football club. It isn't really known for being full. It's like the Etihad, I guess. There's always empty seats at Wigan, and even in the Premier League, there was always some. They usually did sell out, but it was always, there was some quite empty seats. And I just remember at full time, as soon as United won and the final whistle blew, there was a load of people around us literally took Wigan tops off and had United tops on underneath. And all the home end basically became a Manchester United end. It was massive. It was unbelievable. Chris Thompson, 12,000 have made the trip. Plymouth is all white and yellow. Yeah, I mean, Plymouth are walking around the pitch now just applauding, but you can see Leeds fans sprouting up at different areas around the Plymouth stand, and they're not bothered at the end of the day. Plymouth fans are not bothered. They're going down. You know, they'll be playing Exeter next season. They'll have the Cornish derby, the Cornwall derby, Plymouth v Exeter. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm a Birmingham City fan. We will finish on 111 points. Come on, you Blues. Birmingham breaking the record. I know, yeah. Breaking the English football record for the most points in a season. That's amazing. That's absolutely brilliant. Caleb, yes, Prem Dad. Good to see you, Caleb. How you doing? Quick reminder, by the way. What was that? Sorry, Chris. 3,000 inside, the rest outside. They'll be climbing the walls, Leeds fans, trying to get in, trying to see the trophy lift. Right. We're going to switch off. We're going to end the stream now. I'm going to end the stream and we're going to switch over to Everton against Ipswich. That's the next watch-along that we're doing on this channel. Make sure you've followed. Make sure you've subscribed. Make sure you've gone over to YouTube and subscribed if you haven't already. We are going to be live in the next 5 minutes for Everton against Ipswich at Goodison Park. One of the final few games at Goodison Park. It's probably the best 3 o'clock Premier League game that there is. The other one being Leicester and Southampton. So we're going to watch Everton v Ipswich. Come and join me and I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Take it easy. Thanks again for everyone that's followed. Thanks again for everyone that's subscribed and all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you on the next one.